It.
No, they
Than
definitely
it
do.
just giving it to me.
Most definitely.
Anyway, yeah, we're ready to go whenever you are.
We're here. We almost lost 43, but I managed to save it.
43.
Episode 43.
How did we almost lose an episode? What did you do?
Twitch was being weird.
Okay,
It was at 0% download 2 weeks later, and then it was about to expire.
What the fuck?
I saved it. We're good. We got 3 of them now, but we have it. Save it.
Good.
But yeah.
But yeah, congratulations, man.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Oh yeah.
Same hours?
They technically said like it's 7 to 3 or something like that. But I've also seen 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It's basically the same. They want to give me more hours because that's some other bullshit. If you really want to get into it, I lost money just last year. I lost over $2,000 of just because of hours.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I lost 5% of my income because they didn't schedule me enough. Hold on one second. Yeah, so.
And are you did you get less hours than they are contractually obligated
it's supposed
to
to
give you?
be 40 hours a week.
That's a lot of hours.
So you're gonna get the money back, no?
No, we're paid hourly.
Or yeah, but I mean, you still have a contract. They didn't uphold the contract.
It doesn't work like that, though. Not in the U.S.
If it worked like that, yeah. If it worked like that, it would be so much better. But since he's paid hourly, not salary based, and salary has some benefits, but it gets fucked over in other spaces.
So part of our yearly review, I actually, because they also just send us stuff in corporate language, I sent them back stuff in corporate language. I told them like, hey, like you're incentivizing us to work slower, because the way it does, like if they send us an 8-hour day and we finish the work in 6 hours because we're good at our job, we lose 2 hours.
Yeah, you get paid less.
Yeah, so instead I have to work slower and piss off clients because they're like, what are you doing sitting around? It's like, well, I don't want to lose money.
Yeah.
So like, if what's on schedule is what we should be paid. That's what I told them. If you schedule, because they also already sent that money, that invoice to them. So the people already paid for an 8-hour workday. Anyway.
So basically the company just pocketed the difference.
Yep. And for a while, I think the previous year was a lot easier because I only lost like 3% of hours, and that was mostly scheduling issues.
Did you already tell your old job?
We have. Huh?
Did you already tell your old job that you're gonna go?
Yeah, I sent them my my 2-week notice.
You were polite and did that.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Oh, I gave them till the end of the month. I didn't even give them 2 weeks. I gave them the month.
That's fair. No.
Last time someone gave my place notice, they fired them.
That I was expecting. Hey, look, the second I sent them the notice, the van was already cleaned out.
Yeah, no, the only job I've ever actually given 2 weeks, because it wasn't seasonal based, I gave him the 2 weeks right before I went on vacation for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you're not going to schedule me if I give it some other time, so I'm going to give it the last possible moment, and I'm going on vacation tomorrow. Like, here's my 2 weeks.
Yeah. If you want to see how crazy I am in memes, I have posted. The green line is what I expect. The blue line is the hours that week, and the red line is kind of like the rolling average. And then the yellow line is average to date, and you can see where the green line is what I want, and the yellow is what I got.
Huh. That's not good.
Shit.
Yeah. Notice how much is below the line. Yeah, so I told him. But I was just like, oh, I'm quitting.
Sayonara, bitches.
I put it in very nice language because I even told the hiring manager, I was like, hey, if you contact any of my old employees, and I only gave them the last two, they would say that they'd probably hire me back on.
The ones before your current one, I mean. Or what?
Well, even current one.
Yeah,
I
good
am
point.
well worth the money that they spend for me.
I just wish they'd spend more.
Yeah, I just wish that they would actually,
Probably not spend enough.
give me a competitive salary. It was one of those things that, so I was talking to my father. He's like, yeah, don't do.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
This here already. Next, I'm just grumbling.
Well, no, it's good.
What did we do last time? I know what we did, but what do you guys think we did?
The last two kind of blended together.
Last time we spent some time reading some books, gathering some equipment in the city, and we ended it with talking with the Caliph and Vizier, who gave us a guide to a different city with another someone in higher standing of their people who can get us to where we need to go across the ocean. On our way there, we got into a scuffle with some bandits who we thought were normal bandits. It turned out it was a setup and a trap for us by the plague people.
Not just the plague people. Several of their factions attacked.
I wouldn't know because the only person we saw that I recognized was the Lady of Corruption.
Mm-hmm.
So who knows who those other people who the other people belong to?
Apparent.
I mean, I had to assume they had
Uh,
special names, so I had to assume they were special. But I was like, as a player character, I recognize one of these people.
How many days has it been since we left the?
A couple.
Since you left, it's been 3 or 4 days. Yeah, 6 days is probably fair.
Because I'm trying to track my
note says my note says 6. So I finished a book, so I know that.
Yeah, you guys left on the 25th. It's now the 33rd. So 8 days.
Oh, I was wrong. Oops.
Alright, here we go. I got a reading book tracker, 8 out of 11. Let's go.
Perfect. I will try to keep up. Damn. When I really need to fix these books, I really need to have them basically be charges, and every long rest you get another one.
That'd be nice, but I've got 8 books on me right now.
Yeah. Probably be activation based, like you would equip it, and then it would change. But
nope, Presence doesn't have any balls.
Yeah, that seems way too confusing to me, so I don't care. I'm trying to do something on this Twitch. Yeah. So you guys did. You guys went with. I think his name is Kareem. 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 He was the envoy that marched with you. You guys did help these merchants, and in return, they have sold you things at not extortionist fees.
That's good. I like non-extortionist fees.
Yeah, otherwise everything would be 30% more. But everything's actually at normal price.
My AC's 1 lower, but I can stealth now.
Yes.
I didn't buy anything to my. I didn't buy anything to my knowledge.
You did sell a bunch. I know
someone
has
I sold lots of it, and then it was put into the party inventory, and then next took a bunch.
I took everything out of the party inventory, turned it all into platinum, and then put it back. So the party inventory's got like 6 copper and 17 platinum.
Yep.
Because I was broke, so none of my money's in there.
I'm still broke, but
Well, not broke, but I was broke after I bought something.
I don't really need anything right now, and if nothing else, I'll take money out of it and then build runes or potions. So yeah, no, I got nothing to spend it on.
Yep. So we can continue with the little travel. We're not really doing most of the travel rules because you do have envoys. Basically, you're traveling well-established roads with people who know these roads, so they basically, like, every settlement you stop in, they're basically getting supplies. So you are still traveling Kareem, traveling kind of the coastal region of Port Azar, traveling east to eventually meet up with the grasslands where you are going to meet with supposedly going to meet with shit, it's just escaping me, with basically the grassland nomads, as they call them.
Yeah.
So we will just do a 2-day skip for anyone tracking.
2 days? Heck yeah.
Finish the 2 days.
Time is not moving. There we are.
I'm really relative.
I'm pretty sure, like, next, I know you're gonna finish a book. You do another 2 days because I'm trying to keep up with what's actually going on. So it's the 37th Solace, and you guys continue your journey through the coastal expanse. Walking along the roads is quite arduous, even when you're riding your mount next. Like, even he needs breaks once in a while, so it's just kind of a long, tedious
Oh, that's
journey.
another 2 days?
Yep.
Okay, so I finish a book. My Arcana gets a +1.
Are you reading a book that gives you Arcana? Can I read that?
You can now that I'm done, and now I'm another day into a different book.
What'd you do, Phalion? You learned warcasting?
Art of Warcasting. 11 days gives you +1 Arcana.
I was also reading that.
Oh, I could use a buff to Arcana. I have.
It is now in the party inventory.
I figured might as well just. I have an ability that gives me advantage on Arcana. Might as well read
And now I'm 1 day into more religion. But check the party inventory.
I grabbed it. Thank you.
I like you guys have multiple of these books. You guys are, as you're walking, there's the salty breeze kind of wafting over the coast. There's still the dry heat coming from the north. And eventually you're passing through this kind of woody area before you, in another 2 days, I'm just going to bring you here because it works out a little bit better. What? Too many days have passed. There we go. That should be the 39th, right? There we go. So 2 more days have passed before you guys reach the edge of these, like, intertwining forests, kind of like canyons and stuff like that. You eventually do climb out of the foresty kind of canyons. You crest a ridgeline, and the hills are kind of like covered in just thick grass. Like, you can see just grass from horizon to horizon, from one hill to another. There's a few rocky bluffs and stuff like that stick out of them, but it's just fields and fields of just open grassland. There's small herds of little, like, antelope kind of jumping through. You can see and make out herds of smaller animals that are, many miles away from you. But you basically have a 20-mile gaze in all directions. Though some of them are still hills. As you guys are kind of cresting over here, Green does stop you. and some of the soldiers or the envoys start pulling out what looks to be like pitch and sticks and stuff like that to start a smoke signal. Kareem kind of gestures and says, "This is the domain of the Kargan Riders, proud, nomadic, and distrustful people. When we light the signal fire, remain at peace. They come swiftly, and their arrows don't miss."
And how do we spell this group name? Kargan?
Kargan.
They ride priests. On that notes.
There you go. They strike up the bundle of wood and resin and pitch, and just this thick black spiraling smoke rises into the sky. And the envoys kind of tense up. You can see a lot of them do not like being here. It's like they're standing at the edge of like a demilitarized zone with weapons. About an hour passes. Most of the... What's that?
What's this demilitarized zone you speak of? I didn't think that was a thing here.
Just the land between two caliphs. They generally try not to butt heads into each other too much, but sometimes they do.
Is North and South Korea. Got it.
Yeah. About the hour still is just kind of still and unbroken silence, at least for the envoys remaining. They constantly are watching the hills and stuff, but you do see what looks to be like a little mirage on the horizon as you spot what looks to be like something like as a wave crests over the hills and then sinks down into the valleys, and there's just a small plume of dust being kicked up behind it. Within a couple of minutes, you can almost hear the rhythmic thrum of countless hooves thundering across the earth. As the Kurgan's riders kind of crest over the closer hills, you see about 60 to 100 of these horseback riders with their bows drawn and arrows notched start to just full gallop right towards you.
That's a lot of people.
Neat.
About 200 yards or 200 meters are about the same. Don't fact check me on that.
200 yards and 200 meters, yes. Exact same range.
About the same thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like negative Celsius and 40 and Fahrenheit. Negative 40 is the same. Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Why?
The riders halt, and only one kind of trots forward without a weapon. Just slowly, the horse trots forward, kind of all clad in various leather armors and stuff like that. Rise up right up next to you guys, looking down from his horse, and he goes, "I am Bayer Alton, commander of the Kurgan Riders. You've crossed into the land of the free winds. Where is it that you are headed?"
Good question. Where are we going?
Merlin will step forward and he will go, "We have heard tales of a traveling stone in these lands. We need to use its passage."
He nods. "The Waystone in the Oasis. The one that gods have placed there. We can bring you there, but you are on foot. You do not bring horses to our lands."
How long to get there on foot?
Did.
"We do not slow down." He gives a sharp whistle and signals back with a hand gesture. A lot of these horse riders kind of aim their bows skyward and remain steady. And then with another sharp whistle and hand gesture, a group of riders approach with 4 horses. Pack simple, well maintained, and the horses snort and stamp as they are guided forward. These are our gifts from the grasslands. Their names are Dagma, Sarnai, Togutu, and Khazar. They will carry you if you earn their trusts. Before he looks to Phalian.
I look to Phalian as well.
He smiles, actually, and gives another sharp whistle. And you can see from beyond one of the hilltops this lumbering giant, large, shaggy fur draping over his form as all four of his large feet just start clomping slowly and steadily towards you. It's got large, like, tusks coming out and a really long nose that hangs down.
Yeah,
Sorry, what is it? Is it an actual giant? Oh, it's an elephant.
It's a mammoth.
Phalian, I think something. Yeah, look at the horse.
Yeah, it's got shaggy fur catching the sunlight, and its tusks are carved with intricate patterns. And on top, there's a wooden howdah. She is called Tuya, strong as the earth and gentle as the moon. You treat her with respect, and she bears you just as well. Kind of offering it up to your ogre friend.
Well,
Phalian is immediately enamored.
Yeah, this is great for you, buddy.
You can see that. Go on.
Oh, I was gonna say he will slowly walk over and make sure to respectfully approach.
The mammoth
we'll start trying to have a conversation with the mammoth.
It places his what is that called? Trunk on his head and pats him and sniffs him a few times, and you can just see one very intelligent eye gleaming down at you as its ears flap and stuff like that. And you can see the rider on the back kind of pressing into the back of its ear with his feet and stuff like that. And eventually the mammoth wraps its trunk around Phalian and starts to lift him up with some effort, and places him close to the howdah, where you have to kind of grapple onto the sides and pull yourself up.
I think that's the first thing I've seen.
Can Merlin join?
Merlin has a horse.
Merlin, I think at this point, Merlin is still not at 100%. I think he would prefer to stay with Phalian if possible, and he would voice this as well.
We have many miles to cover. We do not tarry. The stepmouth, Tua, is both home and RCH. Even on the back belly, you can kind of see pots and pots and other baskets and stuff of just general food and whatnot.
All right. Then Merlin will begrudgingly will reluctantly ride a horse, but stay close to where Phalian is.
Yeah, of course. We Kurgan riders are the wind. We do not stop for the weak. If you cannot keep up, you will remain behind. If you fall, you must find your way back on your own. Our people survive because we do not wait. The land does not wait for us, nor does the wind. Ahead is the heart of the steppe. We'll ride hard and fast. There's no time for luxuries or hesitation. Do you understand?
Merlin will give a slight nod.
I like this guy.
Yeah, he seems fun.
Good. They do have a horse for you next. But you see the closest rider is kind of looking at you very strangely. Intermixed with them, you do see a few hunting dogs, but they don't really have a lot of dogs. Nor do any of them ride a dog.
I feel like Karma would have an easier time keeping up if I was on a horse, just because He is still a dog, even if he's big.
Yeah. How do you get up there next? You're short.
I use Karma's.
Leap off the back of Karma.
Stand on Karma's saddle and then climb onto the other one.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
In a gruff sort of language, the riders watching you next whisper to each other. You can catch a slight smirk on their face. But they speak a gruff language, and even if you look to Frusty's character, Sunak, he doesn't quite understand step. It is a different language to him.
I mean, obviously you need to learn dub first, so.
Yeah. Gotta learn the beeps and the woos. And the wub wub.
God damn it, Max. That was pretty good. That was really good. All right. With that, the envoy behind you kind of bids their farewell, and you ride into the first night. And I don't know how many of you.
Too bad our cowboy character isn't here.
Yeah, I don't know how many of you your characters would have been adept at riding horses for several hours a day.
Merlin absolutely wouldn't.
Yeah.
I think Brand's ass is used to torment from ships and shit. Don't know where you were taking that one, Preston.
Is phrasing still a thing?
Is phrasing still a thing?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's not go with that. Let's not go if your ass takes a punishment. Oh my god, you're terrible.
Yeah. Sleep is for the weak, and I need it apparently.
Yeah, the first day isn't too bad for you, but because it seems like they were taking a slower pace and still looking over their shoulders, but you notice that the envoy, by the time you crest the next, the actual ridge, the envoys have left and the signal fire has been snuffed out. But the Kurgan riders don't exactly seem all too eager to have them so close by. You feel like definitely that they would have rode up and killed every single one of them.
Huh. To who? Wait, what?
They would have killed the envoys had this not been a different sort of mission. You just have you get the insight that the Kurgan riders and the people do not seem to enjoy each other that much. The coastal Port Azar and the riders of the steppe are not on speaking terms. But they have allowed this transaction to go underway.
That is definitely karma.
Let me see. Nice. You do spend the next few days just in grueling riding. About 4 more days will pass for everybody who is keeping track. The first day of autumn has started. And since you are, most of you are unfamiliar, your legs ache, muscles are burning, the saddles leave some chafing that as you are kind of wincing on the third day, just the pain that you're getting, you do draw some amusement from some of the riders. During one of the evenings that you have some respite, riders around sharing quail, rabbit, and other game hunted by their falconeers. One of them, who seems to speak gruff, harsh common, walks up and offers you guys a very pungent ointment. Perhaps this will soothe delicate skin. Few more days and you'll ride like a stepboard. Until then, you might become windshaft. And next you're just listing off injuries or what?
Yeah, things that can happen.
Yeah. But whatever ointment they did give you, if you guys put it on, does help. It really does soothe, and the next days aren't that bad. And while you're writing, you do notice there's small herds of these steppe mammoths. As you're like looking across the grasslands, once in a while you'll spot like a small herd of mammoths with tapestries and flags and stuff hanging off of them. And as soon as like the riders even crest a hill, you see that they seem to go on like alert. These people kind of like gather up their stuff and are ready to run or fight. But your riders just kind of ride on past. I know I'm just voicing a lot of stuff. Do you guys have any questions or want to do anything during your several days?
Nope.
What do they do about kids? Like, it's kind of hard to kid on horse.
They raise kids just like that.
Like the Mongols.
Or just a mammoth with a giant crib on the back to keep all the kids in? Like,
Well, their mammoths are giant. You could see a family in there.
There's nets that hang off the side.
Yeah, you just ride with them.
ride with the wind, was
You do have to understand, Max, that the Asharan people, which these are still a type of Asharans, it's a live or die. It's a brutal living.
Remember, they threw their kids out into the desert to see if they'd come back.
Mm-hmm. You have to learn. Otherwise, you're just a hindrance to the people. You suck. I know. I'm a great lore writer. Just fuck them kids. Who likes a kid anyway? Like, honestly. Nice. As you guys are one of these days, as you're writing, you notice because you have been falling into line and watching the movements of the group. Only once in a while do like falconeers ride off and come back, and sometimes we'll have like a rabbit or two with them or other things. Like the hunters ride and will hunt at the same time. It seems like sometimes they check traps, sometimes they're doing other stuff. But you notice that one of these riders breaks off from the normal line and gallops towards Bayer Alton. They speak rapidly in their harsh tongue before Bayer signals, and about 24 riders gallop off ahead of the column before, as the rest of the column kind of slows down to just a simple trot.
Oh boy.
Bayer kind of drags back and rides alongside all of you and just says, just keep moving. And for a while, the line seems hesitant to move, but they do still sort of go towards that general direction you saw the riders go off in. And it's only about an hour later before you see the 24 riders who had left crest over the hill, and you see the horses are spent. You know, they're breathing heavily, they're glinting with sweat. A few of the figures on their saddles are slumped over, but only 2 of them seem to still carry riders who are lifeless. Bayer steps forward. They speak some another brief exchange before he trots back over to you guys. Well, we expected ambushes, and we found one. Do you have groups that lay in wait for you?
Probably.
Well, they are dealt with. Some of the cowards, though, used some magic to flee before we could finish them off.
Yeah, sounds like them.
Yep, sounds like that.
Herondor being Herondor wants to, slap on some band-aids.
A few of the riders do come over. Roll persuasion or religion, your choice.
Let's go with religion.
Sorry, what is he rolling for?
2 dozen riders ran off and came back. A few of them look very wounded, and a few of them are dead. So Herondor wanted to go slap some band-aids on them.
Apparently they're not very...
They not every single one. A couple do come up to you, but they're not entirely trusting of your magic or symbolism or stuff like that, because you don't worship the same god.
Hey, well, gonna heal him either way.
Well, he did say slap bandages, not heal them.
Depends on the wound. Right? Light wounds, I would just band-aid. Right? Heavier, more important wounds, use some magic.
Yeah, you do see that they have a few of their own clerics, people who tend to the wounded. And you even see Bayer has stepped off his horse and has lightly and almost respectively removed the riders from each of their horses. People approach as the bodies are laid in the ground. And a lot of people have a rock or two, and they'll dismount and kind of lay the rocks around the corpse, and slowly the entire column builds up rock graves for them.
Oh, hey, preserve life, so I fixed some of the damn horses.
Yeah, a few of the horses, there's like gangrenous, looks like things have had hit them, various attacks and burns and scrapes and scars, all matter of things that you have seen that the cults of the Silent Order have inflicted onto you have been inflicted. For a moment, most of the riders are quiet before they remount, and it sort of just continues for about 2 hours as they lay these 2 riders down before they hitch up their horses and start to fall back in line to the formation. You guys didn't know them, but would you like to do anything?
I wanted to ask if it's
appropriate. Merlin would like to ride up to the chief.
Like what? Merlin is not.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Merlin is not dead.
Alexi didn't know this?
She didn't notice. Yes,
right.
He had a religion. He died and came back. He's Jesus. Yeah, he had a hiccup. Sorry. Merlin would like to ride up to the chief and basically go, I can't help but notice, but they seem to have had a very heavy encounter. If there's anything you need help with in these kinds of things, we are very willing to assist. And I roll
They
persuasion.
knew you were coming, but they underestimate the Kurgan. Their magic may only hide them for now, but these grasslands have no mercy for fools who trespass. Your offer is gracious, but we have sworn an oath to bring you to the oasis unscathed. You will make it there regardless, so long as you can ride.
Well, I understand that. It would benefit more if we were actually able to assist you in taking down these enemies, because the more of your people fall, the less we'll be able to assist us. No? Can I at least let you know that, for instance, I have magics that can go from quite a distance. I don't even need to be near. We can definitely assist.
Roll persuasion, since you mentioned magic.
+9, baby.
He's like you brought your horse up next to him, and he kind of reaches a hand out and pats your head because I'm pretty sure you're still young, right? Merlin's pretty young.
I mean, technically 5 years have passed, but he was around 19.
Yeah, so you're still a kid to him. He's well over 50.
Then yeah.
I agree. Thank you, lad. You are lucky that most people here don't speak your barbaric tongue. Most do not enjoy magic in the way that you cast it.
In the way that I cast it?
Without ritual or perseverance for the way that the winds carry us. Do not worry. We are here to keep you safe, boy.
I completely forgot. Can we long rest after?
It's been 8 days?
It's been days, right? Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to ask before we started riding if it would have been appropriate for us to add a rock too, or if that's something like I just I don't want to insult anybody, I want to do right things.
You want to do what next?
I was just like, I want to know if it would have been appropriate for us to add a rock to the pile too, or if that's something that like we're outsider, we don't do that.
I would say roll a religion again.
These rolls today, Jesus.
Herendor, roll insight. You did fail the religion. You're not sure what the specifics are. But you are looking at the rest of the group since you kind of want to be a good... Oh God, a fucking 3, but a 12's enough. Everyone else here has placed a rock there, and you can't imagine that everybody is a friend or a relative or something of the sort. So you figure there isn't any... They're not going to shame you for placing a rock there. It is like respecting the dead. It's as if you went to a funeral and you respect the dead that's dying. Or, not dying, they're dead. Like, if you went to someone's funeral and you just bowed your head and said, I'm sorry for your loss, you didn't know them, this almost would have the same connotation.
Alright. Yeah, I put a rock on there somewhere.
Works for me. Which one did you get a +1 in? Religion? Or it was Arcana?
I just got one on Arcana. I'm working on Religion now.
I already added it to mine, so don't worry about mine.
Yeah, but you now have a +1 in everything, so I don't know how you did that.
Who, what?
Me? Oh, shit. My bad.
No, just next.
Wait.
Like, if you look at Deception is +1. We have a 0 in Charisma.
What did happen? Arcana doesn't even have the one I put in there. Oh shit, I put it in global.
Yeah, I did that as well.
How do I undo the
submit.
global? Okay, there you go.
You just submit by -1, and then Arcana is just a passive bonus, and check bonus, I would just put a +1.
Wait, no.
That changes everything anyway. Oh, okay. I think, hold on.
Set the global to 0. Just put in 0 and then update.
There we go. Let's see. Arcana. Still have a +3 in Arcana for some reason.
Deception went back to normal. Charisma, Intimidation went back to normal.
There you go.
How do you add a +1? Is it check or passive?
Check bonus would be a +1, and passive bonus would be a +1. Or I think just check, honestly. I think it just says check, but it should be both.
I don't think it's displaying. I think it just adds it and then it's off screen somewhere.
No, if you add it to both, it actually updates it to a +1 in the thing itself. So if you
there it goes. Just add a +1 to your check, because I think it's just +1 to check bonus.
I did both and it updates it to a +7.
you still have a +0. Yeah, +0 in deception. That looks better.
All right. Like, what the hell?
Wisdom +4 is a +8. Yeah, that looks all good now.
Yeah, good that you told
Animal
me.
handling for some reason has a +9.
Oh, I have a thing. I did a book for that too, or something.
+9. Yeah, that works out. Okay, it all works out.
Well,
I just noticed when you were rolling stuff, I was like, you're all rolling with +1s.
Yeah, the horse loves me, right? +9.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it doesn't take long for you. I would say you especially have taken up horseback riding just as easily as riding karma. Riding karma is a little bit harder than a horse. A horse is meant to be ridden. A dog isn't. Eventually, as you guys are waiting, you remount your horses. Next, I know you put a stone on the grave. Did anyone else?
Brand will. Serving local customs of fallen warriors, Brand will put a stone in.
You know what? Merlin will actually roll religion, seeing the others do it, just to figure out what and who and what.
Terrible roll. Terrible. Absolutely.
I know.
Absolute dog shit. That's
you
6.
see
Oh my
a lot
god.
of the Kurgan riders. They seem to take notice when you guys put the rocks on the graves. You imagine that, yeah, it's symbolic. Obviously, they don't want to stop to dig a burial mound. And as far as you know with the Asharans, they are interconnected with their places, which means that scavengers will scavenge, and that's kind of seen as okay.
All right.
So, is Merlin and Phalian doing one as well?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't overdo it.
You do see with 100 riders placing a fist-sized stone or two on each. There are still some people who place more because they do need to cover the entire body. They are making.
Oh, okay. Right, I got
ones.
it. Yeah, then yeah, definitely.
But everyone puts at least one. Sometimes friends or families place more because it's seen as their burden. Hey, your friend or family had died, so you need to make sure that you do your part.
In your responsibility.
Yeah.
I'm doing my part.
Yeah.
I ain't doing jack
that
shit.
exactly. Eventually the column will continue, and they go from heading in a southeastern direction or southwestern just to straight up south. And over the next you guys do rest, and the next day you approach the oasis. There's verdant grass yards covering a large oasis, this kind of almost permanent lake that shimmers. Around here, though, there are hundreds of tents spread across the grassland, as if someone dapped petals everywhere. And pastures that surround the oasis are where herds of horses and goats graze content. At the western or eastern edge of the oasis, you see a tall, towering obelisk etched with deep, intricate runes that rises it rises weirdly out of the landscape. It's kind of dark gray stone, where most of the stone in this areas has not appeared that way. More of a lighter gray. Most of the Kurgan riders here dismount and walk their horses the remaining mile into camp, murmuring soft prayers and stuff like that. Bayar Alton signals to you, dismounting, and kind of motions to they will escort you towards the obelisk that you wanted to see.
Are they living at it?
They are around this whole oasis. There's people you can see. Maybe it would be several towns surrounding a large, a nice normal sized lake. There's patches of tents all over, though, like different families living here. You still see a few steppe mammoths, but most of the people here have horses and are kind of living in the area. But only like the dozen or so yards around the obelisk are kind of left open, almost religious. Like this is a shrine to them.
Interesting.
Bayer will introduce, and he says, "This waystone is ancient, older than any of our memories. I don't know how it will bring you where you must be, but the gods shall see to it."
All right. Merlin will step up.
You guys do get about a few dozen yards from it. I mean, it's 100 feet tall. It's hard to miss.
I do have a question. When all this is over and it's time to come back, can we come here and they won't eat us? Or they won't kill us?
Are you asking Bayer?
Yeah. Can we
Why
come
would
back?
they eat us?
He strokes his chin. He's, I cannot imagine what would befall you if you were to step. You would have to be invited if you were at the outskirts of our grasslands. I do not know if many would know about you. Only the Caliph has issued your order for travel into this area. Some of the outlying CHs might still see you as a problem to be dealt with. Easy prey.
But like
Do as you must.
if we come here, like
You would have to ride many days to get here.
Not through the. If we come back the same way we leave, and we get to this point right here.
You would have to ride or travel many miles, yes.
Yes, but if we were here, would we be okay?
If you were not slain on the grasslands and you have made it to the oasis, those here would assume that you've belonged.
Okay.
But you would not make friends. We don't trade or merchant with outsiders.
Yes. Okay, and that answers your question, Erdo.
I'm just trying to think of what we're gonna do after. Like, unless the
Not
story
from here.
teleports us somewhere else. Like,
We have no idea how these works. We might be able to go somewhere else from it. Maybe we can go to the Elven nations across the sea.
I hear there's a curmudgeon fire mage who could be useful.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
Go get us a high-level wizard because we don't have a mage in this group.
Yeah, you do.
No, he's back now. He's right. He's not dead.
Merlin's here.
Yeah,
You were gone for like 6 years. I don't know what you want.
Yeah, fair enough.
The last thing I want to ask him is, you don't trade with outsiders, but can you accept a gift?
We can.
If you make a gift appear, I'm gonna lose my flippin' mind.
What gift are you giving him?
Healing potion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he'll take a healing potion.
Ooh.
You could just use it up because he doesn't exactly have an inventory, or drop it on the ground or whatever, or just leave it
I'll
on
just
here.
change a charge. It's fine. Do it off. Karma, he's got all the extras. Literally a healing potion.
Well, they kind of let you do what you need. Most people are watching you at the place, but most have gone about their business.
Alright,
They don't
magic
know
boys.
what you're doing.
Magic it up.
Good thing I have a +1 to Arcana. Hey, Merlin, you should do it.
But hold on. Merlin, I shall
Yes.
grant you advantage,
Ooh.
I shall give you guidance.
intelligence.
Ooh.
Guided advantage. Let's go. That's what we do.
It's okay.
Merlin, you're approaching the obelisk, and
Yes.
as you are walking up, roll perception. Actually, you know what? Your Arcana's good enough. You kind of are watching, and you notice that like the hairs on your fingers and your arms start to stand on edge. And you kind of look up, and it's almost as if there's the runes and the obelisk itself seems to be drawing in some light. You see soft little wisps like dust kind of collecting around it, flickering in the light before it starts to like settle close to the base and starts to glow. And you see a few people or a few of the riders back off. Bayer does as well. He's not exactly sure what's going on. As the runes on the tower seem to pulse very faintly, very softly, but you do feel a thrum of energy around you. As you draw near, it feels like the air around kind of grows thick, and the ground beneath your feet starts to almost like shift, like as if something is moving underneath you. At the base of the pillar, a figure begins to take form. A man, tall and draped with deep purple silks, stands almost perfectly still at the very edge of it. And his form kind of coalesces upwards towards his head, that right now remains faceless, before a strand of light connects him to the pillar, and he steps forward. His face sharpening and turning into almost just like turning into a humanoid face that's more ageless. The pillar here catches a faint glint of a wax candle that he holds in his hands, and his eyes are piercing as he looks over at you. For a second, in your head, you remember from the books you've read, this is Thora, the god of candles, borders, ghosts, and inspiration. He speaks, his voice very soft, but carries out through all of you. Why have you come here to tamper with the power of the Nine? We who sanctify humanity. What purpose compels you to this place?
We seek travel to. Oh god, hold on one sec. Merlin knows this. It's just Val forgetting. One sec. We seek travel towards the hidden veil.
And so you have pilgrimed to here? I expect as much that you know your purpose. You do not flinch in speaking it. There is honesty in that. However, how is your pilgrimage here going to bring you there?
These are the stones of legends from previous eras where. Oh, someone dropped.
Presence went to a side chat. Why is Presence in a side chat?
I don't know
What?
why Presence went into a side chat.
My bad. I misclicked.
Okay.
Stones of Legends is the last thing I caught, so go on.
Alright. These are the stones of legends from previous eras where they were used to travel across the entire realm. And we are on a quest to find more information to finally, and for good, stop Oblivion.
He He only barely shifts and moves. He seems to contemplate your answer, but his head tilts a little, his ear kind of towards the waystone before he turns back. If you wish to use your waystone, there's a matter of compensation we shall discuss. This waystone holds power to deliver where you must go, but you must claim the god's gift, and therefore you must offer something in exchange. For us, there is a temple that once housed and was sacred to devotees in this area. 2-3 centuries ago, it matters not, our devoted sought refuge. People of these lands had actually welcomed them with kindness, but peace was not eternal, and a foulness befell the sanctuary. These creatures feast on flesh, bone, and blood. You must get rid of them who have turned a temple into a slaughterhouse, as their corruption seeps into the land. If you rid the temple, you cleanse the sanctuary, and we shall come to restore its sanctity. Only then will the Nine grant you passage through the Waystone. Do this.
Well,
he pauses. As soon as you speak, he stops.
I thought he would have done talking. Sorry.
Watch Merlin, way to interrupt.
While I understand that certain things must be upheld, I have already received a gift.
Your gift from Ignium is not one of the 9. Ignium and the maiden Aiden are not of our pantheon. These are mortals taken flesh of divine gods.
Did they require the same? Did they require to do the same to make use of these?
They did. They garnished favor with the divine. We were born at the time of creation.
Wait, did we actually do that? I don't
I'm
remember.
having a flashback of being like, how the fuck did I do it?
Lecter gave you a task.
Oh, the tablet dude. Right.
You've done
That's
other
what all it
things.
took. It's like, that's all. It's like, I'm in my mind being like, I knew I did that for them, but I don't remember messing with the gods much as Carrick. I don't know.
Yeah, I was.
I mean,
also
if
thinking.
there's a sanctum of creatures that eat flesh and blood and killed a bunch of people, I think it's only right that we go and. I mean, I don't think I can cleanse it, but Aaron Nerd, do you have the cleansing capabilities? Cleric healing magic? Might take 24 hours.
Which direction would we have to travel to, and how far away is it?
The people of these lands know where it is. It would be best they spoke to you. And kind of gazes left and right, but you notice that his eyes don't really. They're not like human eyes. They're not looking. They're more just glancing, as if his eyes are fixed forward. The lands have changed in the last 100 years I have been here. Not many devout in the ways of the 9. This would extend our reach. Are we at understanding?
Hallow is expensive, by the way, but I mean, go and kill monsters, and we can totally do that. That's fine.
Hell's expensive, yeah.
Hallow is expensive. It's 1,000 gold.
Yeah, but it cleanses the.
Unless we're changing gold to silver, then it's 1,000 silver.
Is there writing over on the waystones?
It's in arcane. It's an arcanic script.
Yeah, so I can read that.
Yeah.
Does it say that it requires certain powers?
As you read it, There is an incantation. There is a way to activate it. As you're studying it, though, Thora kind of his light flashes a little bit brighter as he realizes you're reading it, and goes, "Do we have any understanding?"
One sec. Gotta read.
Merlin, roll another Arcana as he seems to try to break your attention.
Oh, I don't know if you realize this, but I have this, so I can literally just straight up read it.
Perfect. As you're reading it, yes, there is a way to activate the Waystone without any obligations.
Because the thing is that Merlin is now bound to Ignium, and he doesn't feel too great about being used the last time by, what was his name again?
Ignium?
No, the king.
Oh,
the one
Amagi.
that didn't die. Yeah. This last time he was basically forced to do his bidding.
Yeah, so there is definitely a way to activate it without them, but one of the gods is standing before you.
I understand that, and I've read it basically without letting them know that I know everything that I know, and I will go, I cannot make this decision by myself. I will discuss it with my team.
Well, you cannot enter here without our blessing. So, once the temple is sanctified, we return. And his form kind of diminishes just the way it started as he kind of gets reabsorbed into the Waystone.
I would like to roll a, Arcana or Religion check to see how much power he would be able to exert over something like this. Right, basically, like the way he stood and the way he looked at stuff, and like how actually there he is.
Sure. Roll Arcana. You still have advantage. You still get a D4.
Oh,
so
okay.
I don't think you need either of those.
I mean, I can add the D4 if you want.
You've witnessed at least enough to realize that what you saw was just a basic illusion. A powerful illusion. I mean, it felt like he was there. His voice had weight. When he moved, like the actual air moved with him. It wasn't like just a normal illusion. It was perfected. It was almost puppeted into existence, like whoever was controlling it, be it a god or something, or maybe himself, projected themselves there. But for your 20, he wasn't really ever looking at you.
That's
like his eyes looked at you, but not him.
But he wasn't really looking at me.
So I guess we gotta go clean out a temple.
I'm totally fine with it.
Yeah, if we want to use this teleporter, we gotta go clean out our temple.
I'm just very hesitant because of the one thing that they said, which was that their influence would increase.
I mean, do you have a way to teleport us there?
As far as I know, the 9 aren't malicious, so I mean, having more influence
I have a way of
thing.
activating it without their assistance.
What?
It's written right there.
Step 1.
Hi, non-magic user of the group.
Yeah, but how many?
You gotta give me a little bit more explanation.
How many virgins would need to be sacrificed? Like,
all right, asking presents. What was written right there?
Various incantations to elicit the magic. It takes, it does take roughly an hour. I forget what we did last campaign. It's not a place where you can just activate it and go. It is something powerful. Not only that, there are different ways to do it. You can do it over like 100 feet, 10 feet, or 500 feet around it. Different things would cost different amounts to the ley lines of the world that lay beneath it.
Right. So in our case, it would just be like a small amount. because we don't need to travel. Like, we don't need to take an entire army with us.
But there's also cautions and warnings saying sometimes people get lost if you don't know the way. As you guys have noticed last campaign, that yes, you can be sent elsewhere. Or sometimes not make it back at all.
Yes, we did learn this, yes.
Basically,
Can I
you
try
need the god
reaching
to
for
drive.
the stone?
You reach towards the stone, yeah.
Can I touch it?
You touch it.
Reach out and touch me.
Can I, like, with Arcana, see how much I can feel with, like, direction and stuff like
Roll
that?
Arcana.
I'm gonna use the D4 and the advantages then.
Yeah, I would say that like he still grants you that, and he's still within the hour for his thing. Merlin, you are like the fingertip.
I'm on a roll.
The tower that stands before you is more of a locator, and then beneath you feel torrents and like paths of magic so deep and large that you couldn't imagine the power beneath your beneath the ground I said beneath several times.
Lines.
Yeah, you feel the ley lines, powerful magic, and you do tap into it, but you're more like a tiny root digging in, where this is rivers and oceans of power beneath you. You could see that if you just were to try to travel into one, you'd be swept up, and you don't know how long or how far it would take you.
I'd really like to not just recklessly do it and then end up like a day after Oblivion.
Yeah, no, but that's why I'm feeling stuff out and figuring things out.
Upon the stone are instructions. They do talk to wayfinders and stuff like that, and different rituals and stuff like that, and how to calm. And there's a variety of different sources. It's kind of like you almost feel like even when you tap into it, there's more of a magical language interworked into the stone. There's an instruction manual about 3 feet tall standing before you, of pages.
So, okay, I'm leaving this up to the party, but Merlin would prefer not to be reliant upon specific gods that he is unknown with and have already forced him to do stuff previously.
You've never been forced by the 9.
Oh, I thought Thingy was one of them.
Amagi was Amagi of the Angels was like the Silent Order.
Not abound.
Yeah, he has bound things to him.
Yes,
but he is not a god in the literal sense of needing worship to have power.
Yeah.
Yeah, Herod doesn't want to get swept up
with that information.
What?
With that information, Merlin, I'm not sure if that changes it. Like, you do know that the 9 are generally perceived as good deities that have existed for well over 1,000 years, and aren't like the ones that you've seen in the sieges where they're kind of like malicious.
Right. Yeah, but I don't know. Merlin is very hesitant because of the whole connection that he has now to Ignium. He doesn't like. He already didn't like being like. Probably the wrong word, but yeah, tricked into doing things. He's already had that happen too many times in Aquarius. In Milgard, and then on the ship as well, and with in the thingy with the God King or the King. I think he's just kind of done with that a little bit and wants to figure stuff out on his own, and he thinks he has more power than what he thought he had. So he asks his team if they are willing to at least let him try to figure stuff out before we go. Basically, he just wants them to just spend some time here for him to be able to read and comprehend the stones.
Herendor just doesn't want to get swept up in the current and end up 3 days after Oblivion killed everyone.
Sure, I'm down to wait.
All right. In that case, Merlin will focus on studying the stones.
All right.
Stones. That's one.
You go ahead and kind of start skimming first through it because it's hard to pick out a start and end piece. Much like a lot of other texts, it flows one into another with ideas more than just straight up do this, do that. It's not a cookbook. It's more like, oh, if the weather is fair, or this is that. Like different ways to alter an incantation or the magic beneath it. But as you do feel kind of a resentment, some type of power that has lurked in the stone is also watching you.
So not only the gods, but a power within the stone itself?
It might be the god itself.
Fair enough.
So here's the thing, though, right? We do a favor for the god, and he does us a favor. We do this without the god, and we piss him off. What's worse?
Well, maybe, but I would like to understand it, and then we can always still go clear out the shrine. What's the time of day?
About 3 or 4 p.m.
Okay, so just spend the night here, and then decide in the morning.
I just realized
Sure.
I gave the wrong description of a wrong god.
Yeah, you started with a her, and then it became a him.
Did I say her? My bad.
Yeah.
The original one was a her. But that was
That's
the
fine.
campaign
You
ago.
just couldn't tell what his form was. That was coalescing.
It was cold out. Who knows?
Yeah. Wow. That's awful. You're a terrible person.
That was amazing.
As you're kind of skimming the magic, you do start to, especially since you have tapped into science, there's a soft voice that speaks into your head. It says, "What is it you're doing, Merlin?"
Studying.
Studying what?
Magic.
I
You're
don't
magic.
appreciate you disrespecting the Pantheon.
Sorry, who's this?
For a second, it goes quiet before a different voice, sort of softer spoken and humorous. He goes, "It's Dio, the god of witches and astronomy."
That one old lady we met once upon a time.
Favorite buy one get two free deal.
I would.
How many deal to get 2 free? Sorry.
I would respect that you do us a favor, Merlin. We can make this more difficult to you. I can alter the ley lines and send you elsewhere. I could bring havoc upon you. Aiden's not the only one who has dealt with blood. And your god Ignium is still young.
I'm sorry, are you threatening us now?
Yes.
See, I told you I picked the option of favor over pissing them off.
Brad, can you please? I'm talking to someone.
Yeah, for
While
most
Merlin
other people, he's kind of just talking to the stone.
While Merlin
Does he
decides
go-
to piss off gods, I'd like to pray to my god. and that's not to be killed by their gods. I don't know where this is going. When the lightning bolt falls, I don't want to be there.
Merlin, you feel a sudden, but you realize an illusion of cold waft over you. Another strong aura from the stone exerts as you hear in your head a much older man. I am Cam, the god of death. If you do not repent, or if you do not halt your desecration of our shrine, then we will have no choice but to do what we must.
I'd like to roll a religion.
Go ahead. What would you like to know as a religion?
Are these waystones actually shrines to the gods?
Sure.
Ooh, but it's still an 11.
It is an 11. Most people take
Are you rolling with
pilgrimages.
advantage? It
No.
hasn't been an hour.
Oh wait, it's still intelligence. Has it been an
It's
hour?
an
Yeah.
intelligence check.
Try
Have your
another
advantage.
D20.
I'll just roll religion normal again. There we go.
Roll another one.
Most people take pilgrimages to these sites because they are ancient, they are old, and for the last few hundred years, a lot of them have been connected to the god of nine, the 9 human gods. Many
But they
have
weren't.
prophesized and seen those gods themselves at these locations. But your reading tells you that perhaps these ruins date back to the 2nd Eon. Whether the
Right,
god
because I read
has,
the book.
Mhm. Whether the god has done anything like that. The god of the nine is still mentioned abound as one of the more powerful of the pantheons. The elven gods, they only worship like 3 and stuff like that. To have 9 gods is a powerful union of force.
Or just one dude wearing many hats.
Yeah. True.
It's up to
So
you.
these stones are now attributed to them, but they aren't originated.
Yeah, they haven't
Cool.
originated from them. They were not created by them. Gods can't make things. They can instruct their worshippers, though.
Yes, but these were predating the 9.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm doing it because it's fun. I'm sorry, but I'm quite knowledgeable on like the whole bound stuff. There was quite a good book that I read. These stones existed before you, didn't they? So how are they yours?
You start to feel a sudden thrum of power from the tower. You start to feel almost like interlocking incantations that are starting to go into place. Something else is activating it.
I
Something
would
else is
like
activating
to use, what is it called again? Misty Step. Get away from it.
Roll me an Arcana check as something tries to thwart that.
Well, we just got him back. Now he's leaving again.
To thwart that.
I still have advantage. I forgot the D4. Hold on. 15.
Your spell fizzles out as you can feel the thrum of power from the tower expel your thing. And a few seconds later, you guys, each of you, everyone within 30 feet, which does include our good friend Bayar, are suddenly transposed. You feel like the same lurching, gut-wrenching feeling that you experienced when the all except for Merlin, experienced when the Grand Vizier moved you. You find yourself in an entirely obscure place. The ground beneath your feet seems to be a smooth expanse of glassy black stones that reflects your forms very faintly. The sky above, an infinite void speckled with stars that shift unnaturally. Around them, you see massive figures emerge from the shadows. Several, 9 total, but most of them are just like light and dust coalesced into faceless shapes. As only one stands before you, you can see Cam, the god of winter and torment and death. His eyes piercingly cold, kind of move forward.
Alright. Well. Bran slips on the
Hi.
mask, pulls out his swords, looks at
Have
Merlin,
you
and was
ever
like, you had
faced
one job.
death and walked away scarred?
Yes. Right here, look at my chest. And I open the thing and
Why
show
do
my...
you hate us so, Merlin? Why do you bring destruction and wrath upon your friends?
Oh, I'm sorry,
Are
I
we
thought that
not
was you.
kind? Are we not generous to your humanity?
You had one job.
We have guided your people for long before you've come and long after you've left.
And how many times has Oblivion wiped the world? And how
You
many times have you
understand
actually managed
nothing.
to stop it?
You cannot stop what fate decrees, Merlin. Why do you
I will go
resist
against
this so?
fate. If you decree that it is so, I will go against the entire world to stop it.
I'm trying to think of the answers. I'm sorry.
No,
It's
it's
hard.
okay.
What's everyone else doing? You're now in here. The literal god of death is of the human pantheon is kind of towering over Merlin. In
Merlin doesn't
human
give a
shape,
shit.
so like
I
20 to 30
I just-
feet.
I just got him back. I'm not losing him again. Let's get ready to tussle.
I mean, Merlin's had social skill issues for a while now, so if this is what it takes for him to learn when to shut up, then I'm just going to make sure I protect the guy who shouldn't have been brought with us.
Yeah, Bear's watching. He draws his bow and everything. He's ready to fight, but he doesn't look like he knows it's going to do much. Like he's already surrendering, and you hear him whispering in his kind of step tongue.
How reasonably strong would I have to hit Merlin to knock him out in one punch?
I don't know.
Asking for a legitimate answer to this problem.
White, actually. Probably.
Like I shut him up, and then we can semi-reasonably get out.
The form of Cam kind of diminishes, and the god of orphans and kind of generosity, Driniel, kind of flows into form, and he kind of looks more kindly down on Merlin. I don't understand this hatred you have for us. Yes, Oblivion comes, and we shelter our sheep. We bring them in. We try to help. We do not wish it any more than any other god, but your god cannot stop it either. Ignium came to the divinity because he realized how useless his efforts would be as a mortal. So why do you hate us? I know it's not really an answer you can get, Thal, but what do you think? What's
Yeah, hold on.
thinking?
I'm putting my thoughts together. One sec.
No problem. Oh, let me turn off the happy music.
Yeah, that's all helping.
I'm just going to be on Karma and in front of our what's his name, and just not gonna let anything happen to you. Don't worry about it.
Bayer does look down at you. He does not seem convinced.
I mean, I'm on karma, so I should be taller than him that way.
You talk about fate. You talk about things that are set in stone. You talk about things that are inevitable. Everything that I've experienced so far in this world, I know one thing for sure, is that whenever someone tries to make us do things that they want us to do, the only thing that I can make myself do is stop that. We are not yours. You're not ours to command. We've been born free. Your interference is not guidance. It's theft of our agency, of our paths. You desire worship in some way to exert more power. The only thing you wish is to be able to be more powerful for yourself, to make yourself safe. Every single time oblivion has come by, the only thing that you've saved is yourselves. So right now, we are standing here to make sure that it's not you who dictates whatever happens to this world, but it is us, the ones that are suffering from your inactions, or rather, the opposite.
You see for a moment, Merlin, roll perception. Each form seems to flicker, indecisive. You see, like, Drenial, like, his form subsides a little bit, grows back, and stuff like that. It's almost as if each of the gods is trying to decide what they want to say, but only one at a time. You see something like there's something else going on. That's when you notice that behind each one of them, another silver thread is pulled back into the shadows. Before Lee eventually steps forward, says, "You don't believe in fate. You struggle against its pull. Your hindrance to the greatness of fate will ride this world into ruin. It is no sense why Savik does not see you, fortunately. He has existed just like we since the dawn of time. We have seen many more than you have. We survived the years and eons of strife. We have watched your beasts and attack and slaughter your kind and many others. The years, the centuries of agony bestowed upon lesser races. It is only the third which stood the greatest to succeed. An actual empire. And suddenly, like an actual empire stood unified in your time and in the 900s against this fate. And tell me, what happened to Amagi? What befell them? A loss of an empire, the birth of a great betrayer, a story still being told to this day. Why do you not see the gods understand it?
The only thing I see when I look at what you've done so far is cowardice. It's an unwillingness. I understand your hesitance following whatever happened to Amagi, but were centuries, no, what is it again? Millennia past what happened then. The world has learned, people have learned, gods have learned about what it is that's going on.
You mean forgotten?
Well, it's both been learned and forgotten. But there are definitely things that happened in the past that we've learned from.
I mean
Don't
Oblivion.
speak petulant
That's
to
kind
me,
of...
child. You do not understand me. You do not understand what even stands before you.
And apparently you do not understand us. At least not me.
Us?
Because you still force yourself upon this world.
Yeah, what is this us? I choose my path.
The force in front of you, Merlin, and you realize that even when you look around, you're in an illusion. Like, obviously, there doesn't exist a place of empty void and space.
Yeah.
Roll me another intelligence saving throw. You do have advantage still. It's been still within the hour.
Saving throw?
If it's a saving throw, he
Yep.
does not.
I was going to say,
just roll
it's
a saving
only
throw.
ability checks. Hell yeah.
You, with the power granted to you, since you're a warlock, you do focus your gaze and you realize that, yeah, about several pseudopods have detached from this amorphous blob, each one kind of representing a god. But it's not omniscient, it's not all powerful. It can only really maintain one at a time. Behind it, you see its only single glowing eye of a massive pile of eldritch creature, you want to say?
Okay.
And when you finally meet its gaze, it drops the 9 god illusion.
Found you.
I do not quite understand you, Merlin. You come to me like an insolent pest. One thing is certain, the knowledge that you have seen cannot leave. But I shan't strike you down. Your path will cross dangerous places. Your choices will bring about death and destruction to more than oblivion can. Fate might have been forced into oblivion's control, but we cannot change what she wishes. This is more than you, Merlin. It is not just some petulant little fight. We each eke out a living. Without me, humanity would be crushed. Without many gods, their people would be slain. We are shepherds and herds.
Roll a religion on who this actually is.
Yeah, go for it.
And this still is an intelligence check, so I do get advantage on this.
Yeah, you can definitely make the with advantage.
Hell yeah, the bound coming in is clutch again.
You have no idea. I mean, the bound book just spoke about the 9 gods and speculated on them because there isn't, I mean, they're just the 9 gods. There's 9 of them, and each have incredible depth and breadth into each single one. But nothing spoke about a creature behind them. In fact, as you're staring at it, you might not actually speak to it. This might not actually be a bound.
Three kobolds in one really big trench coat.
Yeah. 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
2 of them are
neat.
illusionist wizards, and the last one is a barbarian. So I can carry the other 2 on his shoulders.
Can I pierce through the illusion somehow?
There is no illusion now.
Okay.
What you're seeing before you would be something that mimics power. It's old and ancient. Like Savik, it was probably born or lived at the time of creation. But like many other creatures that might have been eternal, it survived purely just by lying and deceit and hiding behind everything else.
So everything about being a coward was 100% true. Just aimed
You're
towards.
granted eternal life. You are granted a reborn life. You've taken it. What gives you such right to deny me that?
Because yours denies millions of others.
They live, they prosper. They are given freedom, and when the calling comes, I have given shelter. I am not all powerful, nor can my haven house every single creature.
That is why we fight back.
It kind of rolls its one large eye. You fight against an unrelenting tide without knowing the source of its river. But fine, you wish to see what the Feyborn once built? Or would you like to see their diminished race forever fighting against oblivion?
All I have to say is that, is it really freedom if what you're doing is not being free, but without knowledge working for something else?
Is it not freedom? I don't think I understand you, Thel. Or he doesn't understand you.
Is it really freedom if what you're doing is thinking that you're free, but unknowingly just playing into others' hands? And in this case, his, to make him be able to survive oblivion.
Yeah, but he also said he lets others into. He tries to take care of his flock like a shepherd would.
Yeah, but he also says that he can't take care of everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't take care of everyone either.
I can if we can get rid of oblivion.
But so you're gonna stop all sickness, all.
No, but that's not oblivion.
So you're not taking care of anyone then. You can't walk down the street and be like, oh, that person's suffering because they're poor. Let
But
me
at
give
least-
them some money. No. This argument is flawed, and you know it. You have to take care of those that you can, which is what they're doing. Now, could they do more? I don't know. I don't know magic, but to my understanding of this last, however long this conversation has been, you're both in the wrong. Shut up. Let's go cleanse the temple. Please.
No, I definitely am not going to cleanse the temple at this point.
We're not. You can sit outside for all I care. You're having an ethics debate with 9 people.
No, they're not 9 people. He's fake.
They're all fake. Herendor's god was a dude a couple hundred years ago, and so was mine. I mean, technically they're a she and not really a dude, but you get the drift. It doesn't matter.
I turn
I
towards
still worship
the eye
Aiden,
and
he
I
still
go.
worships Herondor.
I
He
turn
still worships
towards
Sterthor.
I turn towards the
Yeah.
eye and I go. Can I know your name? Who are you?
The Pantheon. It's the name I developed as it's best suited.
Are you
Mortal.
bound?
No. I exist just as the Silent exists, just as Savic exists. We were created or thrust into this world like this from countless other gods and lesser ones who brimmed and fought with their creations until only the few survived. Those that made it, those who watched Oblivion's first breath into its binding of fate. The two are interconnected more than you can understand. You believe divines and gods have omniscient power, and their every desire should be fleeting to their flock. But you refuse to acknowledge that we are not omnipotent. We are bound by purpose, as you are bound by breath. A light of a flame cannot go to every corner. We cannot touch and shield every heart or save every life. You demand freedom, yet protection from chaos and order and destruction. You wish mercy. You wish us to grant everything, but yet, if I were just to corrupt every thought and make each one of my flock bound to me to survive eternally, you would not see there is free will there. Most have capitulated to give those sentient freedom, because without freedom you breed hatred towards the gods. With that hatred comes destruction of gods. I have seen it too many times, where one petulant divine corpse wishes too much power only from some creature, some mortal, to find its name and break its binding. For those, only the endless abyss is known to them, without consciousness. Do you understand that?
Gesundheit.
I'm not here as a great malicious carnivore of your people. I grant them freedom, but I cannot save them, nor can you.
How do you know that we cannot? I know that you have seen things in your long, long life.
The
How can you
Fateborn
be certain?
resisted oblivion, created great magic, created the great landmines. Powerful magic, broken by it. You have seen it. I have seen your visions. I have heard its echoes through the webways.
Hold up. Okay, one sec. Arcana roll, or is it religion roll on the webways?
I would say ley lines is what I intended to say.
Okay.
I've been getting into a lot of 40K, so a lot of their terms have gotten
Okay.
into my head. So sometimes I'm trying to think of an idea, and that's the first thing I draw on.
Magic
fine.
teleportation lines. Yes, got it.
Yes.
This is where the demons come from. We need to close this right away.
Chaos.
This is why there's no demons. Yes.
Have you heard of Daddy Nurgle? Or corn? Do you want
I'm
some
sorry,
corn?
what?
No, I'm kidding.
Right.
I'm kidding.
Okay, Merlin, are you done having a conversation with the ancient being beyond comprehension yet? Like,
Oh,
could we go about our days?
But he will say, just to kind of speed us up, he watched a Fateborn resist and die. He watched a Magi resist and fall to inevitable corruption and also bring about what you guys are still dealing with. But he'll kind of finish off with saying, you brought more chaos to the realms than Oblivion has. 1,000 years and look at all that has been created. The Feyborn have created these waystones that you are. Their empire stretched from almost horizon to horizon. I forget the name. Amagi's kingdom stretched for a great vast empire that was unified. And over the last 1,000 years, y'all are basically just a few kingdoms, sparsely ready to handle the next oncoming of Oblivion.
I'm gonna focus this specifically on it. So okay, Oblivion is basically the opposite of what you are, what you embody. You're, as far as I'm aware, eternal. You are extremely knowledgeable, and Oblivion is basically just trying to erase everything from everywhere. So all I'm asking you is to reconsider and know that defying Oblivion rather than cowering away from it is not just about survival. It's about asserting who you are against its emptiness.
The first eon, many creatures fought against it. Ones, I would say, more potent and powerful than I. Fought and were slaughtered. You know who survived, Merlin? Those who did cower and hid from an inevitable force. I won't help you, but I won't hinder you any longer.
That's all I ask.
I've never hindered you. I've only attempted to bring you guidance to your world, to who you're bound with.
One last thing, if I may. Do you have any knowledge to give about Oblivion? Anything that you can tell us that will assist us?
I am with Savik on this. Do not interfere with it. You bring way more chaos and destruction each time you mortals wish to stop something. But
I have seen Oblivion.
alas, this is it. You have seen only what was given to you and shouted through you. I don't know who uses your magic. Ignium is young and clearly crude to use such. It kind of writhes massive tentacles, and you realize it's like a large shrug. Whatever primitive magic. Thought there would be more elegance to it, but their vision shouted to you. You were shown what you wanted to be shown, what you needed to be shown. You can go to the libraries of fate. I don't know where they exist. Or you could attack the blood-sucking fletters that still attack and kill people of the Kurgan riders. It is your choice. Let us just come to an understanding that I will persist, and you probably won't make it when Oblivion comes. Is this fair?
Can we make a bet?
No.
If I manage to actually defeat Oblivion, I'd like an apology.
You feel another stomach-wrenching jaunt, and you're brought right back to where you were standing.
Heck yeah, I knew it.
He threw you out and closed the door.
I knew that he would do that.
I was feeling it. I should have probably done that a long time ago.
Yeah.
I like theoretical
That was fun.
debates.
Thanks.
even though everyone's like, just shut the fuck up, man. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is real life like philosophy. If God's good and omniscient, how come he doesn't save everybody? Fuck
God's
you, buddy.
not good and omniscient. We could agree God's omniscient, sure, but God's not good. He exists outside the boundary of good and evil. That's a mortal thing that we as mortals came up with as an idea.
Anyway,
Now then, to the video game to the game that we're playing.
Right?
Fate isn't good. Fate could have done all, but anyway, that was just that. Yeah, we're talking about the game anyway.
Thanks,
I'd
Bryce.
like to use buttons and not discuss them.
So we're going to clear out a temple, right?
Yes.
Next to you see Bayar is still kind of like shaken. Does anyone want to console him or tell him maybe it was, that's just an illusion, don't worry about it?
I'll look up.
I mean, I'll try
put
to console him,
my
but I'm not
hand
gonna
on his
lie.
shoulder, and I'll be like, "You don't understand what you saw. It probably was just really confusing illusional magic." That's what I think, at least. We shouldn't let Merlin talk to people, is my understanding going forward. It's better saved to throw
Anders
magic
just
around.
kind of look at Baylor. So there's a temple overrun by blood-sucking somethings?
It's actually surprising as you look at him. He takes a few deep breaths to calm himself, and it's almost like he switches back on and he nods.
So where is it?
There is such a temple called Shrieking Keep. 100-foot high cathedral of stone, oak, and iron. We stay far away from it. Many riders have tried to clear out the flitters, only to be torn apart. We lack tools to slay such monsters.
Well,
Okay, so you have...
Then you got nothing to lose by pointing me in the right direction, because I'm an outsider.
Moment, please, Herringdor. They've fought them. Maybe they can provide some insight into what we're going to go and kill.
Wait,
like
no,
what it looks like.
I was going for the directions first. I was going to ask other stuff.
He'll point to, he's like, it's about a half day's ride into the mountains. The hills, the forests to your northwest. Or northeast, my bad. I always get those mixed up. We skirted around it so we would not be assailed in the night. They rend flesh like paper, and their cries unnerve the bravest. Once in a while, our children will go missing, or they'll raid a sietch in the dead of night. Entire horses are snatched into the air as they feast while their prey remains to draw breath. Do you really think you can reclaim it?
Yeah,
Sounds
probably.
like Tuesday, really.
Yeah.
I
was gonna go for
Monday.
Monday.
You'll have to forgive me, but I wouldn't wager my finest horse on it.
How
Yes,
much
I
your
will go
second
without
finest
horses.
horse?
What'd you say, Thal?
So that's fine. Just get us close, and that's enough.
Well, I've got a fiddle of gold against your finest horse that says we can do it.
If you travel now, you get there in the middle of the night. So we're traveling?
So not right now.
Yeah,
no.
let's do it.
We want to
No,
be
let's
there.
do it in the morning.
If they're nocturnal creatures, we want to be there at the ass crack of dawn, right? That's when.
Good
So we'll
point.
give it a lit couple hours, then we'll go.
Sure. You can.
Yeah,
In the
we'll plan
meantime,
it so
I
that
need
we
to make
arrive in the morning.
My question is, do you want to wait now until dawn and then ride there, which means that you get there at noon, or do you want to get to the location and sleep nearby?
Well, so
We should get to the location and sleep nearby.
I want to be there at the ass crack of dawn, whatever that has to.
So you would have
basically
to
we spent the time here until enough time has passed where our travel time basically gets us there when it's dawn.
So you want to travel in the middle of the night?
Correct.
Okay.
Mm.
Can we?
Is that agreed?
Can we think better on this, please? I think it might be better to get there and figure out where it is, and then wait it out.
That
Instead
works
of us trying to wander there in the middle of the night, where only one of us can see in the dark,
Yeah, so
against nocturnal creatures, where you lighting a light's going to give away the entirety of our position in a flat open plains.
Sure.
Please.
Sounds good.
We can
So
wait
what's
it
the
out all
decision?
night if we want, but we probably don't want to be journeying there in the night.
No, that's fair.
So we're not traveling in the night. You're gonna wait till day here and then travel till midday.
Right.
I was going to go with your option of sleep nearby, but that works.
Sleep
Okay.
nearby
I mean,
works.
do you want to travel and sleep nearby? We can definitely do that.
Yeah.
I mean, nearby, like an hour or two away. I'd like to figure out where it is first.
My line of thought here is, so the temple's where their nest is, right? That's where you're gonna have the majority of them. But at night when they're out hunting, right, it's not going to be the entire flock moving all at once. So if we're out at night and we encounter a flock of them, we get a taste of what they are, right? Which gives us a better idea what to do when we go and tackle the nest. So if we go out there and we camp out for the night, you know, and observe, and you know, if they happen to attack us, then we just, you know, we find out more about them. But if we're going to attack the temple, we should do it during the day. If they're nocturnal, we'll probably hurt them somehow.
Yeah, I agree. Attacking the temple during the day probably would be the best.
All right.
Okay. Let me make. Wait, I gotta find one that actually works for like my campsite on the road. Because I wasn't expecting you guys to do that.
You mean going to the temple or
To
having a
camp out?
discussion with an eldritch being?
I got the Eldritch Bane part. I didn't think it would last that long, but I didn't think that you would want to get close first. I thought you would do the first option, but it's fine either way. I just need to make sure. We might just do a roadmap and we just say that you're also like, you know.
That's okay.
You can just do
Works
a
for
random
me.
campsite. Like, it doesn't need to be open plains or anything. Or
It's more just getting dimensions and all that.
gotcha.
Yes, for when we're inevitably ambushed, we'd like a.
I mean, to be honest, it's probably gonna be the ambush part. But yeah, you guys are kind of expecting it too. That
Is it really an ambush if we want it to happen?
And if you're expecting
only if you don't see them coming, right?
Only if he gets a surprise round, which is not very likely.
Oh yeah, don't I have a potion of you can't be surprised?
Yes, and I have a class feature that makes it so I can't be surprised. Yes. Speaking of that potion, it gives me +5 on my initiative. I should drink that since we know we're going there. I have multiples.
How long does it take? How long is it?
It lasts until long rest.
Oh, well, neat.
Yes.
Where are we on days, by the way?
It's still the first. It's been the same day.
All right. All right.
Phelan also can't really be surprised. He can, but he can still act normally in the first turn.
Yeah,
What the fuck do you have?
I just have to rage at least.
Well, you have to rage in the first round, then you'll be fine. Okay.
I mean, I have an AC of 20, so I mean, surprise me. It's fine.
All right. Sure. The party will travel very nicely up until dusk to get towards where they need to be. In the kind of distance, you on a different ridgetop, kind of poking through the trees, you do see the spires of the cathedral kind of poking through the tower or the trees. And it's slightly different because they're kind of narrower and flat versus the several trees that branch out nearby. And
New map.
Shark bait. Hoo ha ha.
Just give me a second. I know things are missing. I'm not sure what we're going to do about Sunak, as he's not here.
How about he was just trailing behind a little bit? Something. No.
He's gone off to explore something. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like maybe he's scouting.
And there we go. You should have at least some vision. Anything outside of your bright circle is stuff that you is dark. Obviously, it's dark.
Are we supposed to be on a new
Spooky.
map?
I thought I activated it. Did not.
No, you did.
So anything outside of the what circle?
Wherever it's bright is what you can see. Because right now it's kind of moonlit.
Yep.
All right, let me private roll this.
Do we roll initiative or something? Or
Nope. He's rolling stealth, probably.
that makes sense. Remember that Farandor has a passive perception of 18.
Yeah, I do.
He's our wisdom boy.
Actually, Feline has a passive of 15 as well.
What the fuck is your guys'
Let's
Jesus?
see, I got a 9 to animal handling, an 8 to insight, an 8 on perception. Four to survival, and I'm not even trained in it.
Well, you guys, you take the. Do you walk or do you want to ride?
They're not our horses, so
Well-
I'm assuming we're walking.
I was gonna say, if we are close-ish, then we don't have the horses anymore. Because they didn't want our horses to be there.
The
So-
horses are a liability.
And they probably send it to you if you wanted, but they don't really want their creatures killed.
Exactly.
No, so like we said before, basically just get us near, and then from there on we'll just go walking. Where right now we're walking.
Yeah. So you've set up. You kind of got to a little bit off the path. And set up a camp. I'm not sure if you pitch tents. If you want to start a fire, you can.
No fire. No.
You've eaten your rations and kind of hunkered down for the night. And the night doeth come. Is anyone actually going to sleep tonight?
Herondor will. He doesn't care.
All right, Handor. You plop down kind of on your bedroll and are snoozing.
Curled in a ball of karma.
Merlin is resting but not sleeping. He's basically just studying.
I mean, having one night's not resting is fine, especially when you're kind of paranoid. And every little noise in the
Especially
night,
since we're already near, and he's just
Too bad I'm not a ranger anymore. Could set up a cordon of arrows.
There's a few chirps, and it does kind of get you guys on edge as bats kind of fly nearby, attacking little small insects. Once in a while, there's the hum of a mosquito and the slap as Phalian kills it as it's trying to suck his blood. But otherwise, you kind of realize, and I would say someone roll animal handling.
Okay.
You're asleep.
You're sleeping.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it. Right.
The birds and stuff. I mean, a lot have gone to roost, but you had heard for at least a little bit the hoot of an owl and stuff, but it's kind of gone quiet. And instead, there's a sharper little chirp of a bat. And you notice there's a few floating around in the night sky above your heads and above the treetops. In fact, they're a little bit too far above the treetops. So,
Hey, Merlin, wake up. Paranoid.
Oh, yeah, sure. Merlin will go to Harador and go, Harador, it's time.
Alright.
Did we told these creatures looked like, or we just told a name?
They rend flesh and bone and eat that kind of stuff. I mean, does that sort of help you?
I was gonna hope if they were flying or not was an answer that I could have gotten out of them.
They did say they snatched up entire horses into the air.
Oh, okay, good. So they are. Yep. Cool. Awesome. Yep. Awesome.
Too bad I don't
Oh.
have Earthbind.
Mr. Bryant, you notice a few, and it seems like the large bats start to descend about human-sized, fluttering on leathery wings. Actually,
Awesome.
had this. I do have to alter what I wrote because I kind of thought you would encounter them not outside. So give me a second to pull that up. I thought I had journal pulled up. I don't.
Why am I down?
I have ranged attacks.
Oh, you know, I
It's
haven't
called
hit the
magic.
I haven't hit the long rest button in a while. Hold on. There we go. I was missing a bunch of spell slots. I'm like, what the fuck? I haven't cast a spell in half a week.
Ragged, leathery wings, barely holding it up. As you can see long claws, flex talons and stuff. Eyes in the night, there's black pits that kind of catch down at you, and you see a smiling or sneering jaw full of sharp, needle-like teeth. You feel for a second that they're full of hunger and ferality, and there is a sudden guttural sound, something between a growl and a hiss. You kind of get a feeling that they're the type of creatures that might latch onto you and continue until you no longer move.
Awesome. How
Uh,
far away?
far enough. They are flying, so they're about, what, like 150 feet away?
Oh, damn. They're 30 feet out of range.
For 1 second, they kind of just swoop around in a great circle before you see one start to come on in closer. So with that, go ahead and
Said my +5. It did not. I'd like to be at an 11, please. Yeah.
jeez.
Karma's fast.
Oh,
Who else has a potion on?
Nope.
that's me, I guess.
What?
Did you drink a vigilance potion?
Vigilance? No.
Yep.
I don't think I even have a vigilance potion. I don't know.
Well, the first one will dive.
Kind of upset.
I'd have 3 more.
It will go ahead and fly on down to the ground, landing on its great wings and kind of like stretching out as it kind of crawls, like its hands going forward, the wingtips kind of coming out as it hunches low to the ground. And you hear a soft chirping sound coming from its vocal cords as it stares at you. And that will be its turn. As the oh right, did I you could just be prepared to be from a distance. The second one will kind of also go to the ground and move in. But they seem to be wanting to move like a pack. Thalian, everything's really dark. But you do spot one of them up north. You did hear something land on the other side of bushes to your west, but you didn't actually see anything land.
This is just flat, right?
Yeah. It's just kind of more grassy, patchy there.
Yeah, okay. I will step up to here. It's a shame that we're doing this in the dark, but I guess I'll just get close. Time to roll.
Okay. That's absolutely useless. All allies
Awesome.
within 20 feet heal.
No,
Everyone
no.
in your little
Nobody is even, but everyone is also full health, so it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
Could have saved that for later, Phalion.
It's gone now forever.
Better than all allies in a 20-foot radius lose spell slots or something.
I don't think I have anything that harsh, but that's a good idea. Next, I'll write it down.
That's a great idea, Nex.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nex.
All right, Valiant. You roar, and a wave of rejuvenating magic kind of flows out around you. You see the flowers around you all open up their buds and stuff like, oh, this is great. Yeah, this is like normal day. We're feeling great. The grass around you is a little bit greener and stuff like that in the moonlight.
Just so I don't forget. And then we go. Wait. It does not give me advantage to hit it.
Precise only gives you a +2 to hit.
No, I know, but I'm also raging. Oh, I
You're
didn't.
not reckless.
I'm not reckless.
You
I
can do
forgot.
it with advantage and then hit reckless
I'll
afterwards.
activate reckless afterwards. I forgot.
That's all good. There's many buttons to hit.
Yeah, there are. Reckless. There.
Oh, it's scratched.
All right, two heaving syringes with basically a horse cleaver, something designed for much larger foes. You see the muscle and flesh kind of open up, and the creature just licks at the blood that oozes out of it and sneers at you. Brand.
Excellent.
Oh, it's not. It's no longer hidden because you did attack it, so everyone can definitely see it.
Yeah.
What other buttons do I want to click this time around? I feel like
I
I
don't know.
shouldn't move, so we'll move here. Oh, that's right. I can do this. Bippity boppity boo. Magic. Go. Hey,
Nice.
would
Yeah,
you look
15.
at that?
I hit with a 15.
46.
I have a +4. I thought I had a +0. So
It's still your proficiency.
I know. I didn't remember that.
Wait, how do you have guiding bolt?
His
I have
weapons.
Probably. a
I
weapon.
have 5 magic spells from magic items.
That's awesome.
I have clairvoyance, enhance ability, guiding bolt, detect thoughts, and mind spike. We're
psychic.
then gonna.
See,
Yeah,
this
I
is
have
stuff
psychic
you need to tell
damage.
me. No, the psychic amulet I can also close out so it doesn't get rolled again.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. No. I thought you had that.
Yeah, no worries. Well, this doesn't really do anything unless you run around in a circle.
I'm waiting. We're gonna do that next turn. But
Okay.
if I have it up now, I can get it later. I have a feeling that there might do necrotic damage. I don't know. It's just some feeling about bats and picking me up. So we're gonna use this.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. This will dash through the sky, and now be its turn, Merlin. You only really see one Merlin, unless you want to do a spot check.
What do I do? Just roll perception or what?
Yeah, if you roll perception, should do it. I have active spot on. Yeah. There you go.
nah.
Just see what you see. This one is glowing. There's a radiant energy kind of overlapping it.
Yeah, this one can't hide. So
I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna make it more fun. But which one of the two? Doesn't say, but I feel like it should. Alright, fine. I'll summon a greater fire elemental.
Okay. Nice.
That should light up the area more, no?
Elementals. Greater. Oh, you were doing it. Perfect.
Sorry.
I'll have it share your initiative, which is. There you go. Yeah.
Thanks.
Does it actually already light up the area?
Well, it doesn't
No.
have a passive, but I mean, it's a literal fire elemental. I just figured it probably would. So does it, or
Yeah, give me a second. There you go.
40 to 60 foot radius, bright light, and then an additional 40 to 60 feet depending on size for dim light.
There you go.
Damn.
Sick.
Let me turn down the intensity a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of a little.
How's that?
That's
see.
better.
There.
Alright, so it can move now, right?
Yep. Definitely can do whatever you would like on its turns.
He will go over here. What's the range on his attacks?
That's you still need to roll perception. He doesn't actually see that guy,
Oh,
which
what?
is weird.
But he has
I think it's just because he's also hostile. Yeah. So boom. There we go.
okay.
So yeah, he sees the one
My
but
bad.
not the other. No, you're fine. You clicked on it and that's what you saw.
There we go. In that case, he does see this one. He goes for it.
Yep.
Now let's check this.
It's 60 feet up in the air.
He has a 40-foot fly speed.
Hover.
40-foot hover speed.
So he can hover over stuff. He can't dash up
I
into
see
the
what
air.
you mean. Oh, okay. I thought it was actual. Yeah, that's my bad. Okay. In that case, that's 5
You can still go near where
feet.
Phalian is.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing I can do then. I guess I could use Flickering Flame, which is a bonus action to teleport up to a movement speed. And teleportation is not bound by up, down, left, right, or
Sure.
anything.
You could teleport
So-
up to it.
I would teleport up to it using my bonus action.
Yep.
And then attacking with Ignite. Twice, because I have multi-attack.
Yeah. Holy crap. Okay, then. Holy
yeah.
Okay. Ouch.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And then as it plummets to the ground,
Well, you
because
still
it
hover.
is, well, he only hovers on the ground. It's still a corporeal fire, so it does blink up. You see the flame kind of turn into like a bolt, lunge up and swell around the flutter up in the air, and it starts to. You can see its leathery wings are burning as the elemental collides back down to the ground, only taking 10 damage as it impacts onto the ground before it kind of rekindles like a wildfire back into its shape. Merlin, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? Now that you summoned a pure fire.
Sorry, I just checked it, but anything with a fly speed can stay in place if it wants. Hover, and only refers to a creature's ability to not fall when it's knocked prone or has flying speed reduced to 0. So, okay. If entangled and couldn't move, hover equals it stays in place. No hover, it falls. I was wondering, because if a fly speed is a fly speed, and then hovering is whether or not you need to keep moving to be able to keep flying. Alright, well, you figure that out whether or not you want to have it plummet or not.
Okay. I'll let it remain in midair, but
yeah, sorry.
That's fine. It'll remain up where it is. Right. But it can now only move 40 feet instead of 60.
That's fine. When flying, then. Yes.
Yeah. While hovering, and it can't go up or down.
Okay.
So it can't gain altitude.
Yeah, so it would have to use Flickering Flame again to get down, basically.
Okay. It works for me. Anything else?
Yeah, I will use my bonus action to hex this guy here next to Fetty. It's a wild surge.
You know,
I don't know why I did damage, but you should remove that 6, probably.
I don't think we ever programmed your hex.
No.
We did.
You deal an extra 1d6, but...
Hex is the kind of thing that needs a damage button, because it's going to deal damage when you just casted it.
Right. I just removed the damage, that's fine. I just don't see the X on the creature. I don't know if it should have an icon or not.
All right, for the next hour, Merlin gets a +2 to all dex checks.
Yeah.
All right, then. I like how you just get the good ones that Failure could have used.
I don't know what's going on.
Failure gets good ones just when he's out of range for it to work.
All right, we go to Carmador.
Yep.
So the elementals, how high in the air?
60.
Oh, alright. That sucks.
It's fine. It's just an elemental. Oh, okay. Wait, was the creature 60 feet in you? Okay.
Do you want to just die?
Hmm.
I was gonna bless the elemental, but it's too far away.
It's fine.
That's right.
All right.
It was blessed.
You all feel empowered as Arendor recites cantation to Ignium.
This is super nice. Thank you.
Was blessed an action or bonus action? I forgot already.
Action.
It's an action. All right.
Definitely.
Yep.
Karma will be ready to attack anything that gets too close. And
Okay.
that's my turn. Have fun.
No, not yet.
This one will descend down onto Phalion. I'm not sure if Phalion spotted him. Perception of 15, he does.
I was going to say, if I click on him, I can see him.
This one plummets down, and you can see that, like, as it flies, it kind of twists in the air and just tries to drop onto him, attempting to claw into him. Oh, I forgot to actually reduce this here. Yeah, there we go. Claw into his back. He crits, and instead of dealing damage, it'll latch onto him and then sink its teeth into him. It hits, and you can feel, Phalion, that it's drinking out your vital essence. Your maximum health pool is reduced by 7 until you long rest.
Oof.
And yes, lo and behold, they do necrotic damage as they drink your blood out.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Giant bat. I don't think that was too much of a giveaway of giant bats.
This one will dash up to Brand, which I'm not sure if you saw him.
I don't get disadvantage. They don't get advantage to hit me, even if I don't see them.
Yeah.
Perfect. I will remove his hidden as he. Here, well, we'll even see. Like the one that had landed and then dashes up and attempts a claw onto you. He'll miss and he'll just do it a second time.
Repost.
Sweet. Yeah.
This one.
Yeah. 29 will actually hit, yeah. And you deal 15. Do they not have their thing active? I could have sworn that they're supposed to have a thing active. But what would you say?
Well, no one's hit the one with guiding bolt on it yet. I was.
Yeah, let's see. I thought you guys had it. I guess they don't. They don't have it. It's a different one. Okay. The one that's attacking Phalion will spend no time. He too will attempt to claw onto him, which he will. He'll climb up onto his chest. So there's one kind of draped over his back, both claws like digging into the shoulders, and this one's also like looped up onto you as it will bite. Oh. There is a flash as you guys watch this horse-sized creature dart around. It realizes that you spotted it, and you see its flesh kind of wavers a little bit before it just vanishes.
Ah, guys, look! It's the leader of the gang.
There's 2 of them.
Ah, so what?
Phalion, it is your turn.
All right, then.
Oh, let me. You are
weapon.
grappled. They're both hanging onto you.
Yeah.
So you can't actually move.
Oh, okay. Well then. Am I restrained?
You were just grappled. They're just hanging on to you, drinking of your
Okay.
blood.
They're just partaking of your fluids.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just thinking because I have the Nomad's Battle Garb, I might be able to use Swift Evasion.
I forgot that because he bit you and he dealt 5, he actually heals 5.
Ah, okay.
There you go. So because he has healed, he is no longer bleeding. But that probably won't last too long. It is your turn. Go ahead. What would you like to do, Australia?
Yeah, I'm looking at this. Oh, this one is set to the wrong one. I was thinking about a Great Cleave, but it's still set to the Reaver. Can we change the damage formula for it quickly?
For what? What would you like?
Great Cleave.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Great Cleave. Great Cleave.
I have it currently under feature set to specifically to the Reaver's damage.
Yes. Your weapon deals 2d6 plus 5.
Well, it's 2d6 plus add mod, no?
Yeah. 2d6. It doesn't do the radiant. And there you go.
Yeah, the only thing we'll have to do is if it crits.
Usually, even for like multiple hit things, like for firsties, multiple hits don't trigger on hits, like magic items, because otherwise it gets kind of ridiculous.
But here it specifically says that it takes the normal weapon, the weapon's normal damage roll.
Normal
so it doesn't
damage
count
roll.
for that? Okay.
Otherwise, things like tornado strike would be great.
Yeah. In that case, I might. In that case, I'll do something else. I'm just gonna go hard for them.
Gonna go hard? Okay.
It's just you just say phrasing.
Why would I do that? There's no fun in that. Lack of sleep makes it so I can say fun things.
And I forgot it again. Hold on.
Gotta hit reckless. Have to recklessly swing around your massive iron rod.
Okay, then.
That's a natural 20.
That's a nat 20.
Is it 100
has less
health
than
or less?
It makes a wisdom saving throw.
Well, it's bloodied,
Yes.
so the assumption is yes, it has.
Uh,
Makes it, I think, DC 10.
Regardless-
Yeah.
10.
Why is it
Yeah.
a 10? It's so bullshit.
Regardless,
It's done now.
because it doesn't instant kill. I've changed
Oh, yeah,
firsties to be a 10.
It
So they
begins
also have to make
bleeding.
wisdom save. Yep,
Besides
it's bleeding.
regardless, it takes bleed.
Yeah. And bleed does stack, I'm pretty
Crit it
sure.
again.
Fairly certain, yes.
Dylan, do you want help?
Almost. Slowly. Feeling a little woozy, but I'm still strong. I can do this.
Right. Well, there's one dude for like the three of us. The other one's fighting a fire elemental, so.
All right, 2 more swings into it. The creature looks like it's lost quite a lot of blood, even if it's remaining to try to drink you out and rend its claws through your stomach. You feel like it's probably going to try to retreat.
Okay.
If you would like to end your turn, you can, and then it's Brand.
Right.
Oh, I will.
I run in a
preparation.
circle for my total of 20
That's
feet. So, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh, yeah, unstoppable.
I always forget. Yeah,
Unstoppable.
it's on my bar now.
I will 0 myself to use Giant Smite. Ooh, I can. Yeah. Alright. That's my bonus action. For my action, for my first attack, I will use Crashing Assault. I'd like him to be moved 15 feet away. I would then like to use Flowing Strike.
Yeah, there we go.
So I move 10 feet and make a offhand attack.
Give me a second because you gave him Flowing Strike. I need to change it on you, but go ahead. It works.
Oh,
You still
Stab.
hit.
That's good. Then with my second attack, I will stab him while he's prone. For a measly 13 damage. We'll do this because he's prone.
He succeeds. He takes 3.
That sucks.
He takes the 8 fire damage. He just succeeds on the
Yep.
the restraint.
Yep.
Yeah, he's almost dead. He's pretty not feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Yes. Well, I hit with an attack, and so this doesn't have a turn limit on it. So until presence has a turn limit on it, I shall pointlessly murder more things. Stab. Normal. It's dead. I hit with an attack, so I shall. Wrong button. I need features. Use Nimble Strike.
Yeah, I really need to add once during your turn.
Probably move 10 feet, and then I have 10 feet left from
Yeah, I know.
my.
Go on.
So move. I get one big turn. One. It just happens that this turn is going to be a lot of buttons. Action Surge.
See, that's where you need a Bloodlust potion.
Yes. Also, this.
Okay. All right.
So, first attack. Stab. In between this attack and the second portion.
You rolled 2. And
he
you
rolled
hit
a 2, so he needs a natural 1 to hit them.
So many bonuses.
I move over here. So that way, I make a second attack with my offhand against this man's.
Yes. That
was
2.
a 3.
Nice.
Oh, that's another 2.
2.
Roll
All
a
right.
2
was a 2.
and a 1 on the D4, which means it's literally an
okay. Reading this, I can then move up to 10 feet. I won't move. I get to make 2 attacks against one being.
Yes.
We should kill one. So, stab. That's not a 2. It's dead. Okay, I don't get to do the last attack, right? Because it says against the same target.
Yeah, I guess the same target.
Against a final target. Yep. Okay, no attack. Do I have any free actions that I can use real quick just to spice things up?
You could just give yourself HP and stuff.
Right, yeah, temporary HP. Huzzah! Don't worry, Phalion, I got you.
Wait, didn't you
Thank
do?
you.
Yeah, you are.
That one burnt to death, so
All right, it's
fire
burning.
elemental.
Wait, didn't you start by doing Unstoppable?
No,
1 second.
I used Crushing Assault.
You used Unstoppable. Oh, that was Phalion.
It was Phalion.
I just didn't want you wasting a resource.
Both of
That's-
I looked. I didn't have temporary hit points.
Hey.
So
By the way, it rolled just enough damage. If it rolled like a 2 and 2 3s, the thing had 9 HP. You dealt 10 burning damage.
yeah, that's awesome.
All right, back. Sorry, I quickly need to grab something. Well, the elemental first needs to blink down.
Yep.
So that's a bonus action.
There you go. It's on the ground.
Wait, can you not fly?
It can
Can.
hover in
Just-
air.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm still not
It's-
agreeing with it. I'll look into the rules later, but for now,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
kind of
what
like
we're settled on.
levitation. Yeah, if you get back
Levitation
to me on
is
it,
not
that's good.
hover. But
well,
yeah,
it's
okay.
Levitation gives you hover.
I'll get back to you on it.
Yeah, okay.
well, the main big difference between levitation and hover is that levitation you can't move side to side,
can
while
push
hover
you.
lets you.
But go on. What's the elemental going to do?
Yes. I don't think he can do much. Oh, no, he can get there. Never mind.
Yeah, they quick, man. They're like glass little cannons, except they're fire, not made of glass.
Burn, burn, burn.
Yay, burning.
All right.
Okay,
Time
then
for
it's
Merlin to get there.
it's just a normal fire elemental. Stab luck that you're using presence.
No.
No. Okay.
No, it's not
'Cause-
the normal
okay, so-
fire elemental.
So did you give it a fly speed or did you give it a hover speed?
Hover.
Okay, so hover is not its own speed. So what hover means is it's a flying speed that it can subconsciously keep itself afloat. So if you
Yes.
knock a creature with flying unconscious, it falls. If you knock a creature with hover unconscious, it stays there.
So it has a flying speed of 40, and
It should.
It hovers.
This is a big should. It should have a flying
So-
speed.
So here's yeah, I get what you're saying. So it can fly up to 40 feet into the air and stay moving or stay not moving.
and
It
stay
can just hover.
exactly in place, hovering.
Yes.
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 And then it can go down.
A
Yeah,
normal
so
flying
that-
speed
that
needs to
works.
stay in motion.
Yes,
Mhm.
there we go. All good.
It's a conscious and unconscious effects. It's not explained well anywhere. I went to a Twitter post from one of the game
Yeah,
devs.
Next posted the same thing about Jeremy Crawford. Anyway, what's Merlin doing? Merlin did his big hit, or what did he do? Yeah, I see
yes.
a wild magic.
Yeah, that one doesn't count technically because it's basically just the damage from the hex.
Mhm.
I just clicked it so it did the damage.
That's fair. All
Oh.
right. Yep. Did a little damage.
Well, we left. Paranor, you should come join us up here.
I mean, everyone else is moving.
Well, I came up here to save Phalion, and I figured the dude down there wouldn't die right away.
Did I roll?
Alright.
Yeah, I rolled a 1. I was like, why is my damage only an 8? I think that's it. Can I do anything else? If I
Yeah.
try to shove him away from Phalion, does that mean that he just stops grappling him?
Yeah, you could try to shove. If you shoved him away, he'd probably just be on the other side. Which way do you want to shove him? I
Wow.
forgot it's telekinetic.
Over here. No, wait. Just so he's no longer connected to Phalian.
Yeah. You'll pull him towards you, so that the flighter's now closer to you. You pulled him off.
Yeah.
All right. You can click end turn when you are ready, and we go to Carmador.
Telekinetic tick tweezers.
I like that Phalian is technically unharmed because he's lost 14 health.
Yeah, it's stupid. But I like it.
Yeah, bite him. Bite him, Karma. The only one to miss.
I think that's all I got. I hit him.
Okay.
He's easier to hit now.
Yep. He's burnt down. Oh my goodness! If you had rolled max damage, you would have died.
If I had rolled first, Karma would have landed.
Oh yeah. Karma had done 1 damage. It is burning, and in its frenzy of this furious, it'll attack Merlin.
Yep.
If it hits, I'm doing my thing. It does not hit.
Nope, it rolled an 18, so it will try a second time.
I'm doing the
it
thing.
does hit. Sure. Reduce damage.
No, actually, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm just gonna make it reroll.
Oh.
I have the storm room up, so just.
All right.
Why do I have 0 out of?
All right, let's see if it re-rolls lower.
Yeah, actually, it's this.
12 plus 6. Yeah, I would have missed you, Merlin.
All right. Give myself
Well,
that
then I
trash
don't click.
Yeah.
You'll still have to click on because it'll make you do it anyway. But yeah, you pass, so it's all good.
I passed anyway. That's right.
Undo the damage. Yeah, it doesn't look too happy.
Oh.
Fairly and you all are looking at this one creature when this large form pounces onto its back. Its skin kind of ripples out as it reveals itself.
Oh, there it is.
It hits, dragging its claws into it, but just like the other ones, it chooses rather to just grapple on and bite into his neck. And then, as part of its turn, it will release him from the grapple and move away.
How is this fair? They're all going after Phalian.
Take 10 off of that.
There you go. He is the easiest to hit.
You have an AC of 11 and keep reckless.
If anyone here looks the most like a horse to them.
All right. Phalian, it's your turn.
Did it go invisible again?
Yeah.
Oh. Is it a magical thing?
It is concentrating on it like it is a spell. But it is magically turning invisible. Wait a second. Any equipment? Oh, I thought it said any creature it's carrying also turns invisible. I'd be like, wait a second. This is gonna be hilarious.
And he was here, and he's gone.
Since this one is gonna die anyway, you can see that it's on its less legs and burning. He is going to focus his other abilities. Is it within 60 feet of me?
Which ability? Yeah.
Magical awareness.
I can probably do this for you. I'll say for the turn, you do have see invisibility.
Yeah, that works. Until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
Because this does take an action.
Oh, okay, that works. All right, effects, add, boom.
I think that is all. I will. Drinking a potion doesn't really help, and elixir of health doesn't really fix this.
Well, I can fix your max health problem, but it's a big spell.
Yeah, no, to keep it for now. I'm still at like 88. It's fine.
So we should wait until the end of combat to use it.
I'll at least give myself one more temp HP.
Mm-hmm.
So the shitty thing about this is that it reduces my health. So I also don't drop below half health.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't start healing.
Yeah, it makes it fun.
You and I have the same maximum hit points now.
What? Yeah.
It's literally my level 5 spell to fix this.
Then don't right now, at least not. Unless if it fixes it all in one go, then at least wait until I'm like almost dead. I think that's all he can do right now. I mean, I guess he can walk up. He'll walk up to it.
All right, Brand, it is your turn.
There's a thing over
He'll
there,
point
right,
at it.
Alien?
It's right here.
Oh, okay. I see you pointing.
Just for the sake, because it is still a large creature, I will uninvisible it so you can target it, but do roll with disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think that it keeps your target on it.
This button. Yes. Hey, better.
A natural one.
I used my 2 from my potent to make that an 18, a non-natural 1. Does
Go
an
ahead
18
and
hit?
roll a d8.
Plus strength. Plus. Yeah, so it's 1d8. 8d8. 4.
All right, it will take 4 plus your strength, which is what, 5?
Yep. And it's immobilized.
Okay, where is that in your thing? Pinning strike. Because I think it does have an effect on it, which makes it much easier. There you go. All right.
As my bonus action, I shall stab it. Deal with disadvantage. Much
Go
better.
ahead.
I
You
shall then
stab
use...
and there's some more blood.
Alright. There's the thing here. It's not moving until I do.
All right, Mr. Elemental.
Elemental is told that there's something here. So he will
Just like
attack.
Oh, you have it targeted? Good.
Yeah, I quickly selected Phelan and targeted it, and then
Oh, good. Yeah,
I
smart.
did a fire elemental.
I mean, so if you just unselect, you can target.
Yeah. Ooh, another natural one. Oh, not a natural one.
It's burning.
It is.
Visible,
Does
immobile, and on fire.
Now show where it is. Does it get it out of invisibility or no? I don't know if it burn does or not.
The fire is being worn or carried, right? No. We'll, we'll say the fire is actually something that sets off his invisibility. It is burning, after all. That is funny, though. Can you be invisible and burning? I guess there are invisible fires.
There are.
Yeah. They're absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Online people asked. Oh no, wait, that's for D&D 3.5. Never mind.
I don't worry about it.
Fire being invisible.
I was just so curious.
Anything else from the elemental? Because you still have Merlin to do.
No, that is it for the elemental. Then.
Oh.
Huh?
Nothing. Go on.
I move my hex. Remove the damage that it's doing, please.
Sure. I also changed the. I changed the damage on Hex to be a cantrip. 1 damage doesn't do anything to it. It's resistant, so it's good.
All right, perfect. Then I am going to. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast it.
You will roll with disadvantage because the flood is right next to you.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Then ignore my Eldritch Blast. I'm just gonna hit this one.
Hmm.
But I will do so. Alright, let's first see if I hit, and then I'll cast Green Flame Blade, as it's all part of the same thing.
Okay. If you hit, it's dead. So you don't need
If
to
you
worry about
missed.
Green Flame.
We're gonna make fun of you.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
it
makes
did.
it easy.
Alright. Then I'm just gonna stay here. That's the end
Alright.
of my turn.
Carmador, what would you like to do?
Well, that thing's over there,
Mm-hmm.
and I see it.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
fire.
it's now visible. It's burning.
So, guess we'll just go over here. You know what, this time. This time we're gonna have Herondor go first. Keep the blaze train rolling.
Mm.
Which then brings it to Karma. And it's prone. And then it's its turn. God damn it.
Well, it is immobilized next. It
Oh,
actually
shit.
does have a movement speed. It does heal, though,
What?
as its regeneration kicks off.
Sorry, that's not something I can do with guys. You're all on your
Well,
own for that
apparently
one.
fire isn't what does it, but hey guys, it's prone.
Wait. Oh no, it's just on top of Merlin? Why did Merlin move?
I don't know. I think I might have hit it. Don't worry about it. It
Merlin's
will
still here.
Yeah, I moved him back. It
yeah,
will
he
strike
was
at Phalion,
in
as
front of it.
Phalion is still the easiest to hit.
I'll see. I'll just use up. If it fails it, then it fails it.
Yeah, there's only so much I can do, buddy.
Oh my god, I actually failed that.
No, you will re-roll your saving throw. Reroll your saving throw.
I will reroll my saving throw.
You actually should.
Wait, is the Constitution save for any
Constitution
attack or just the
save.
bite?
Just the bite, to my knowledge.
Yeah, it's just a bite.
No,
People
still
can-
fail. What the fuck?
Did it attack
I rolled
failing
a
with
2.
disadvantage?
It
Shit,
did.
it did.
Yeah.
He's an AC of 11. It's not
Yeah,
that bad.
Yeah.
my AC is
It
11.
will do a second because it really can't grapple you
Wait, how is your AC 11?
because he got rid of his armor.
But he's a barbarian with unarmored con. He should have the +3 from Constitution.
Oh yeah.
You didn't configure it to that. All right. Anyway, there we go. It's 14. 14 would have made any difference between the two attacks.
No, 14 would
As
still
they
hit.
were both over. Yeah. There goes its second strike. How much is it? Is healing? 13. Nice.
I only got so many of
Well,
these.
So he did right. Okay, let's go over this. It did 28 slashing damage in that attack, right?
Yes.
Oh, I see. It's treating the con save as not full damage. That's
Oh,
good to know. So not only did he resist it went down. So let's just do some math. 28 plus 13 is 15 damage. You're resistant because you're raging, so it's only 7. Right?
Yes.
Alright.
No, wait. 6. Half of 13 is 6.5.
Yeah.
It's
And-
rounded down, no? Or rounded up? I don't remember.
28. You take half is 14. You resist 13. You are correct, my son.
Oh, it's 7. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Then the first one you should have only taken 7. You failed the con save, so it did the right damage. You reduced it by half. Okay, so that it all works fine. All right. It is burning, so it cannot turn invisible. That means, and Merlin, you feel something rush up to you. The wind kind of caresses up behind your back, and you can almost feel it as it goes in for a claw.
goes in for a hug.
It missed its first claw, so it will try a second time. Instead of doing damage, it will just keep you grappled.
Okay.
And then it'll move 10 feet with its remaining movement.
Uh-oh.
So it stopped grappling me? Or, I'm flying away.
They don't actually have wings, these ones. Phalian.
Big target next to me. What size is it?
Large.
So I could grapple, right?
Yeah.
We
I'm
gotta do
gonna attempt
something
to
about
grapple.
Phalian's freaking... You know, potion of stone skin or something.
Try hitting that.
Its athletics is only a +6. It would
Yeah.
have been pretty damn good, but yeah, you do have it grappled.
Good attempt.
And
Good
prone.
attempt.
It already can't move, so
Yeah, it's
Yeah. But now, next turn I can Bonebreaker and stun it.
oh yeah.
it's not.
And because
It's
it's
not
prone,
dead.
everything has advantage without reckless.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can still attack once now, right?
Yeah. Grapple is one of your attacks.
Yeah. So. Still prone. Why is it not giving me advantage?
Give yourself advantage. It's not prone. It's You're right. It should still be prone.
Yeah, it should.
Should still be prone.
I think
yeah.
I just the automation of whatever I gave you picks him up
Probably
at the
the
end.
grab. Yeah, the grapple
Yeah.
probably overrid the
No,
proneness.
no. The end of turn, the automation said, "Oh, obviously you
I
stand
see.
up."
Obviously, you stand up. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Just roll with advantage. You do have it.
All right.
Okay. I pass the torch over as soon as you're done to Mr. Brand. Oh, it's gonna brandish his weapon and
Do I kill it? Like, is that the assumption?
I don't know if you can at this point. I don't know if you have enough. We'll see.
Well, we'll see after the 80th attack. Let's go.
Yeah, sorry, I have to crack my knuckles real quick. Stretch. All right. Ah, yes. Well, we shall find out. I will bonus action poison my weapon. I've done this in 18 years. Feature. It's prone. It's restrained. It's all of those things. None of these add damage before I punt it. So let's punt it. Stab. Discard previous. You betcha. Alright. Normal damage. No, it succeeded. That's rough.
Oh,
How'd
I
you
thought you
move it?
said you punted it.
No,
My bad. That was my
no.
son.
No, we're just stabbing it into unholy hell. Let's do more base damage. I think it does do more base damage. I'm gonna drink a potion of major stamina. Or sorry, just potion of stamina to get back action surge. I must select a token before using this ability. Fine. Okay, potion of stamina to get back action surge. With my second attack, I'll stab it again.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh.
I will action search. The action search has no remaining charges. I know this, but
Yeah, just you action search. That's fine. You don't have to.
I will switch weapons to my chainsword. Death upon you and your family.
Okay then.
Welcome
the
back to me
Emperor.
now, brothers.
For what the?
Yes, I
Okay,
won't
hold on a
be.
second.
For death.
Well then.
Yes, for the God Emperor presence. I kill it. I believe that is enough damage.
You hack slash, and in your final moment, you rend down the chain, and it just tears and bites, and you feel like the whole weapon just gets sucked in to the whole motion, as it just cuts it in half.
Right. I have another attack. Meaty. Swing. Aw. Shucks.
Who needs bless?
I don't.
Just glad you're hitting things.
I am too. I have the ability to re-roll my attacks for the next couple turns. So
Okay.
yeah, for the next 6 turns I can re-roll my attacks. So yes, I will.
Flame.
This thing really packs a punch.
It's
I have to
unwieldy.
use this. Yeah, I can't use it to make reaction attacks, but if we go into that dungeon with it, I might just use this instead of my dual swords.
Yeah, it is still a two-handed weapon. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, heavy.
Yep, it's a heavy two-hander. Instead of dual wielding, I will beat the piss out of everything with my chainsword.
Oh.
It seems like a fair trade.
Ooh. It is burning. Merlin, it's grappled you.
Hey, that's not nice.
Merlin, it has you.
Debatable.
It's grappling you. I don't know. It's not debatable at this point.
No, it's very debatable.
I didn't see any get out of its hold abilities used yet, so.
Alright, well, now you do.
Awesome, cool. No, Merlin,
I
it
have
no
to
longer has you.
release you. What?
Alright.
Oh,
That's failing.
I have the wrong. Oh, Merlin's holding on to Philian now. There we go.
My bad. There we go.
No, that was me.
Alright.
There you go.
Okay.
Merlin will Misty
And
step
then-
away.
I saw them healing. I do not like healing.
Way to stop that? Oh, yes, you do.
With exactly what he just
I
did.
do.
It's been so long since we have had a Merlin. I didn't know what your abilities were.
Dude.
For sure you have the ability to twin cast haste or something.
Oh, actually, I do.
That's all I remember of your character. It's been so long. I need to relearn what you do.
Alright, my turn.
We're not gonna do it.
Yes.
The teachings of Ignium on this subject are clear. It is not dead until it is very dead, especially when it's a regenerating creature. So, Karma's gonna rip this thing's face off.
Okay. Karma will bite into his throat and pull out a large chunk of meat, which he spits out and kind of gags a little bit.
As an action, I'd like to also smash the shit out of it, but as a bonus action, I'll bust out some mouthwash and help Karma with the taste.
Yeah, sure, that works. You get out some puppy treats to help him flush out the taste. He's grateful for it, and you'll stow it in its head. You're not sure if it can regenerate from a missing, formed skull.
Well, that's just teachings of Ignium. It is not dead until it's very dead. So if the head is gone, I will classify that as very dead, and I'll move over to here.
Can you imagine being in a fantasy world and be like, oh yes, teaching number 4 of our god, it's not dead until its skull is caved in.
Only
all of
the
our
fire
pupils
elemental
will
gets an attack of opportunity.
Yep. Run away. I will hunt you down with my giant sword. Fire elemental, get it.
Yeah, fire elemental. Fui, Sal.
Heck yeah.
It is running.
Wait, it's not fire elemental's turn.
Yeah. It's a attack of opportunity.
It's attack of
Oh, attack of
opportunity.
opportunity. Ah, my bad.
As it dashes away into the underbrush. Still on fire.
We can't let it warn the
Not far
others.
enough.
Get it?
Balian.
Alien have a way to stop it? Yes, he does.
Grab
Feeling has a bow that they're attuned to.
it, right?
Oh, I forgot about that.
What do you mean you haven't gotten that far yet?
I said I forgot about that part.
We also forgot that Philian has.
Yeah.
What the
keep
fuck?
Forgetting that. Does that work on the bow?
No, it's a melee attack.
Oh yeah.
It's also not the one I use, which is just minus proficiency for double damage.
Alien's got a lot of shit, but Titan Song.
Oh, I didn't realize you had Titan Song. Yeah, once per short rest where you
You
hit
should
creature-
expend a hit
expend a hit
dice
die.
to you should
Yeah,
expend
I'm
a
gonna-
d12.
Remove one hit die. Save changes, and then I'll just roll a 1d12.
Its range is 200, 800.
Yes.
Yeah. Another 6 damage.
Yep.
It
You get
ignores
multi-attack.
cover.
It's a really
Yeah,
good
but you
buff.
need a strength of 18 next.
I know. It's just, this is great.
I've had this one forever. Just didn't have the 2-month slot.
Should still probably try to get close.
I
to that.
will still move though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wrong. I want to keep it within my thingy. You know what? I'm gonna go for it.
Oh, guys, do you want
I'm
cheap
gonna-
viewers on blank.net?
No.
Me
No.
neither.
What's blank.net?
It has like symbols.
Oh. That's not highly suspicious at all.
I'm
I
gonna
trust
end my-
symbols.
And my rage willingly. As a bonus action.
What are you trying to do?
I'm gonna end my rage willingly as a bonus action.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right, Brand.
Dice strike.
Oh, that's funny.
Get fucked.
Is that a net?
Yeah.
Yep, I have a net.
Yeah.
I don't have a weapon that can reach that far. I don't have any ranged weapons anymore. But I have a net. And...
Yeah, but when you use an action, bonus action, or reaction to attack with the net, you only make one attack.
I don't have any bonus action. Do I have another bonus action I can use?
By the way, that +2 for precise strike saved it.
I know. I was like, I don't trust myself on this one. There's no +13 from all of my abilities on it, so we'll have to trust it. Do I have 10 hit points currently? I do. No point in rerolling that. No attacks. Nothing that lets me move extra feet. Whoop. I pass. It should still be restrained.
Yeah, Event Scott's just not prepped right.
Alright, Fire Elemental, go get it. It's stuck.
Alright.
You-
Fire Elemental will move 60 feet.
Leaving
Realize that
Aaron
he's
Merlin
just
in
shortly
complete
out of
darkness.
range. Use a bonus action to get into range.
It's a fair bonus action ability.
Really
I'm
good.
pretty sure the way Flicker Flame is only it teleports up to its movement speed. So once you use its movement speed, it's done. But I'll let it happen this
Oh.
time.
Really? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's more of a reposition in its location than another 60 feet fucking blink.
Right. Okay. All right. That makes sense,
God,
actually.
that'd be hilarious.
But burn.
Providence burn.
Solar flare.
It tells me I have advantage. I take advantage.
It's restrained.
It's
You
dead.
dealt exactly as hit points as a creature. A bonfire just burning in the light. That is the end of the elemental. Would Merlin like to do anything?
Remember the teachings of Ignia, Merlin. It's not dead until it's very dead.
Does this one look very, very dead?
I smashed
It's
its
got its skull caved in, and its skull,
know what?
skull is caved in, and its neck is torn out.
Since the other one is very far away.
Oh yes,
Actually,
very
no.
far away. It's not like you have ranged
I was
spells.
going to
which
say,
are
I'll
on
just...
God. You're in.
No regen for you.
Armador.
Oh wait, was this the one I hexed? I think it is. No?
The one up north is the one you hexed.
The one what?
The one up north is the one you hexed. This one
Oh,
was the
well,
one
then
that
I'm going
grappled
to
you.
move it to this one.
Okay. Carmador.
I don't see an immediate threat, so not really. This one's definitely very dead, and that one's on fire and very dead. Is there anything anywhere?
That's what I'm asking you. Are you happy with what it is? Because you're the end of the turn.
Just for shits and giggles, I'll beat the shit out of this one a little more.
Okay. Yeah. You rips and rend and stuff like that, but when you end turn, you'll see.
Gotta
if
kick
your
them all
efforts-
Gotta kick them all down.
Because that's 2 melees at point blank. That's 4 failed death saves.
Mhm.
And now this is 4 more failed death saves.
Yeah, they have a total of 10. Don't you know? It's like exhaustion.
Next second you end turn, it'll do it automatically. Yeah, they're dead.
Yeah.
I like this sword. I'm gonna use it when we go into this cramped dungeon
I feel like
of the cavern. I'll have to change out all of my abilities, but yeah. No more speeding around the battlefield on the first turn.
Yeah, I might just make it so you only get one on hit once per turn for each of the on hits.
Yeah, probably.
So going forward, if you wouldn't mind.
I'm just gonna go and write that just once per turn.
Yeah, please do.
Flowing strike once per turn. How do I bold? Is it Control B? Once
Control V.
per turn.
So what's the party want to do?
I want to
Well, we have to
do.
make sure that these are the only creatures now, so we're going to have to go some scouting and make sure that the temple is.
I'd like to harvest
out.
their blood.
That actually sounds kind of like a great idea.
Rim?
Like completely
Okay.
nefarious reasons. I'd like to harvest their blood.
For less nefarious reasons, I'd like to harvest their blood, specifically the big ones.
Sure.
I'd like both.
You guys can go ahead and drain out their black Icarish blood.
Good.
I'd also like to fix Phalian.
How would you like to fix
Fine.
Mr. Phalian?
He's got plenty of hit points.
I mean, unless he doesn't want me to fix him, but I'd want to
No,
fix
he
him.
would like you to fix him. Thank you. If that'd be okay for you.
I'll need to spend whatever time it takes to swap out spells, but then I can cast
Lyrics, 1 minute.
cast Fix Phalian. Can remove the effect that's reducing his max HP.
Yep.
Apparently, it's 3 different effects.
Yep. You do remove all of them. It's just one stacking effect. So I will go ahead and delete them.
Nice.
So you're back up to 109.
Oh yeah.
I like how Great Weapon Master they made one bonus action.
Forgetting I have it.
Would you rather Great Weapon Master be the -5 for +10 or minus proficiency for double proficiency?
-5 +10.
Okay.
I would basically then use it for those situations where I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna hit, but I would want to just make sure I deal extra damage, rather than just be extra sure I hit it.
There you go. It is now 1 round, self, and it does stuff.
Neat. Herondor's definitely going to want to regain that 5th level slot, though, so probably Take a nap if we're not going to get attacked again.
Yeah, that's fair. No, we there's a bunch of dead bodies around here, and these are the scavengers, so they're probably smart enough to not come back.
I mean, I don't imagine they have the level of military tactics to go explore where a party just didn't come back from on the same night.
Yeah, they'll probably wait for them to come back, and then they'll deal with it tomorrow.
Which by then will be killing them, so...
Yes, we will be killing them tomorrow.
It's up to you guys.
I would like to attempt to do a long rest. You can tell me if that works or not.
Roll a d100.
Roll the dice.
Literally the
Your
definition of
long
average.
rest was 6. How long does that fire elemental last?
Good question. Let me check the item.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was something until next long rest or something like that. Until your next long rest.
So you can long rest now, you just lose the fire elemental.
I'm okay with that.
Unless he doesn't rest.
Yeah, Merlin can stay
I would
awake,
like
and
to
the rest
rest.
of us will go to sleep.
Is Merlin at max health?
Oh yeah, he's fine.
Is Merlin actually losing anything out of from doing this?
I mean, we lose the warm body, but...
Yeah, no. But like, did Merlin lose anything in this fight that he'd need to get back?
I mean, resting is nice.
Yeah, but fire elemental.
Actually, no.
It's like,
Have a short rest, I get my back magic back. I lost 1 second level magic. And that's it.
So, you guys can long rest or short rest. It is your choice.
I'm fine with short rest.
I need long. I need that 5.
no, I suppose we'll long rest.
Actually, if you really need that 5 and we want to make sure that we actually get something.
Yeah, wait, someone has a potion of greater revive, right?
I have 3.
Oh,
Yeah, duh.
cool.
Wait. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because...
will- I will take my potion of lesser, and you take your potion of and you take the potion of greater, and then we could just do this.
So we can just
I get a lot of stuff back on short
we can
rest.
take a short rest and then go move on.
Well, you and I sit here for a minute.
I mean, might as well do
Well,
it short
and
if it's not going to hurt anybody.
Yeah, okay, let's go do short.
Just do normal short so we don't waste the potion on that. And then
Yeah. Alright.
I just need to trade.
And I need to go into my book of skills and exchange some things.
Next just needs to accept.
Woo.
But more expensive, by the way.
Yeah, but they're quite good. We'll grab Great Cleave.
Now, does that like work, or do I still have to go do things?
You still have to actually go hit. Well, check your spells, and if you're
Yeah,
still
no.
down a
I still need to...
5th,
Don't say that it's a new day.
Woo. That's expensive even when I make it.
Yep.
yeah, it's 4 platinum.
Oh, I assume that you healed Phalium before you took the potion.
Well, you know, Helium's topped up.
Alien.
I'm just gonna put myself on 109. He just used his spell slots to get him to thingy before I drank the potion.
I'd say onward, but it's 6:30.
Yeah, we can set here until next week.
Yeah. I might be late next week.
That's
I
fine.
get to move. I'm moving where I'm living again for the spring school semester. So
All fair. Hope you guys
Yeah.
like the little vampire encounter.
I did. I got to use the chain sword and become one of Astartes for a total of a couple minutes.
I have questions.
I
might have answers.
No,
Yeah.
you don't. It's about the whole Eldritch thing. I'm just meaning, like, what the fuck was that?